Welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. How's everybody doing this wonderful Saturday? We had a really nice Saturday here in Ohio. Man, it was like 70 degrees today. But whenever it's nice outside, people are out driving crazy. So people were out driving crazy like they normally do when it's nice outside. So I just went visiting my sister. I hadn't seen her in a while, so I went to go visit her. And then I came back home to get ready for the show tonight. So how's everybody doing? I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful week and a wonderful weekend. So tonight we're going to talk about, I realized at the last minute when I was looking at this, I said, you know what? When I was going through my notes, I said, this is really about a lot of corrections, okay? Because I had some corrections on things that I needed to make on what we had talked about last week with Miss Monica. And I needed to, after further talking to her after the show, there was some things that she felt like I didn't understand or I didn't relay that message correctly. So I wanted to do that, okay? And also, we're supposed to have Pa here tonight. Excuse me. Pa from the Gambia, because there was also some people had some things they wanted to say to him, okay, about his appearance and what his information that he gave out, okay. So after speaking with her, like I said, I realized there was some things she said I got wrong. So instead of leaving that information out there as wrong, I'm going to correct myself because I'm not the first type of person who likes to or will be known for disseminating false or wrong information. So we're going to do some corrections tonight. We're going to do some of you guys' comments. We're going to also reply to Travel with Tay Tay. Travel with Tay Tay decided she wanted to come on to my channel and insult, people, members of my channel and members of the repack community. And that's just not allowed. Some things are just off limit, and I look at my YouTube channel as my house and it's an extension of where I live. Okay. And you can't just come to my house and sit on my couch and disrespect the people in my house because you don't agree with what they say. So we're going to read her response because I deleted her response because it was so inflammatory, so slanderous, so just unbelievable, full of personal attacks. Her attempts to insult people personally, that I just had to delete that because I could not leave that up there. And it wasn't things about me. Of course, you know what she says about me, the usual stuff, how she's not attracted to me. So that's pretty much all she said about me. But the things she said about, excuse me, two members of the repack community, there's no way I would let those comments stay on my channel because that was, in my opinion, defamation and it was slander. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to read that, and I took some stuff out, the slanderous stuff and all that. So you guys, I'm not going to repeat all that. So who am I? I am Kiki Loves Nigeria. For whoever doesn't know that, if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning and for spending your Saturday night with me. I always love that. So, but I got to give you guys a heads up. So when I go to the Gambia, you guys know we got to change the time because I can't do 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time there. Okay, I'll still do the live with the internet. I can do it with the internet. And what we'll just change the time. But as time gets closer for me to get there, then we'll talk about that more. Okay, so that's who I am. What do I do? I'm a public servant. I am an educator. I am a researcher. And I do qualitative research. And I share that information with the repack community. My research is on the repack community, issues that impact the repack community. This is not, and this is what people do not understand, okay? This is not a research project. Just because I talk about it, it doesn't mean it's a research study, okay? A research study has to have certain elements. There's other things that I do besides research. Like I said, I use my channel as a voice for the repat community. So I allow people to come onto my channel and speak their truth about certain situations that are impacting the repat community. So that's what this is. This is not a research project, Travel with Tay Tay. I'm sorry, this isn't research. This is not detective work. This is just someone sharing their truth, okay? And as I said earlier at the beginning, I told you, these are not my words. These are not my words because I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. Only thing I know about you is what people tell me and what the comments and the research has shown me. So I don't know why you have this issue with me. You should have this issue with yourself, ma'am. So that's who I am. That's what I do. Where I'm from the Midwest. I'm from the great state of Ohio. Like we say, it is the heart of it all. And the topic tonight, again, is correction, comments, and replies. We're going to read your comments, and we're going to read your replies, and we're going to talk about some corrections that I need to make about that particular story about Miss Monica. And how did I get my information? Like everybody who knows me know, I get my information from primary sources, which are come via YouTube, through the comments, videos, and also I get them from, sometimes I do interviews. For this story, I did an interview. This was a very long interview. Okay, this was extremely long. That's why the information was confused, because it was tons and tons and tons and tons of information. So it took me a while to digest everything that was going on. And then when I realized, okay, I did not quite understand this situation, I need to correct it. So that's what brings us here tonight. Now, do we have any questions or any comments so far? The link to the show, since we're talking about questions and comments, if you want to come on the show and talk about any of the questions or comments, not questions or comments, comments or replies, if you want to come on the show and talk about a comment or reply, you're more than welcome to do so. Okay, so let's put up, let's see. Hey, Tania. She says good evening and good evening to everybody. Okay. Hey, Robin, I am. And then we have Woom. Well, hello, Woom. I've never seen you before, but welcome. Let's see who else we have. Miss Robin. Hey, fam, I'm from Youngstown. Oh, wow. Yes, you are. Man, that's what I said. Small, small world. Wow. Small world. Okay, good. I think that's the comment. Yeah, I think that's what we have so far. Okay, so this is where we're going to start. We're going to start with the corrections, okay? Since the show last week, I have been in touch with Miss Monica a lot. And when I say a lot, that's an understatement, okay? We have been talking and talking and talking and talking. Okay, that's fine, Mike. Hi, I am around. Can I call? Who is Mike? Is this Mike? You, Pa? Hi, I am around. Can I call? I don't know what you mean, Mike. Who is this person? You person. Are you Pa? Because if you Pa, you could just click the link and come on, but I don't know who you are, and I don't know what you mean. Can you call? Oh, yeah, it's Pa. Okay, we're going to start with Pa first, okay? With since he's here now, we're going to start with him. And then we're going to talk about Shante. Oh, hold on. I got to turn this mic on. Beautiful.
Yeah,
come on,
hello.
my mic, please. I'm sorry for yelling. I'm sorry for yelling like that. Please forgive me. But I didn't feel like getting up, moving all this stuff, and trying to get the mic unplugged. Unplug it. Just the mic. Yeah, be careful. Yes, she's doing her show. You got to hold it with both hands. Okay, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
How are you?
I'm cool, and you?
I'm good.
Yeah, that's nice.
How you been?
I've been good, trying to sort things out.
Well,
My,
sir,
hmm?
thank you again for taking the time to come and see us. But hey,
Yeah, that's great.
I had a really interesting email,
Hmm.
and it was about you and your show and what you talked about. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually a lot of comments, but I
Uh-huh.
couldn't talk about all of them. But
Hmm.
this email was,
Uh-huh.
I think it was extremely important
Yes.
when we needed to talk about this. Okay.
Mm.
And I spoke with her and asked her, was it okay? And she said yes.
Yeah.
Especially when I found out she had lived in the Gambia for 30 years. So I
Okay.
consider that a valid, reliable, credible source. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So these are some of the things that she was saying. She said
Mm.
that she felt like you were informative,
Hmm.
and she said she just felt like you blamed too much on the bumpsters.
Okay.
Okay. The
Okay.
bumpsters, she said, were ruining the reputation of the Gambia. She did agree with you on that point, but she
Okay.
also said that it was also the people at the hotel and the restaurant workers are
Hmm.
also and the people in the tourism industry who are also playing a role in the reputation of the Gambia being ruined. She felt
Okay.
like you played down that part of it and
Oh.
focused more on the bumpsters.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Did you want to reply to that first?
Yeah, I want to reply to that, but it would have been even better if he would have shown his face like I did. Right now I'm not hiding, behind anything. I'm very, whatever I say, I know it, and I'm in the Gambia. I've been in the Gambia, for a long time, so I have gone through a
Mhm,
lot. I have also do interact with a lot of people, so I
mhm,
know the operational, ways of all these bombers and the people working in the industry, as he is saying, like people walking around the hotels, the restaurants. You cannot categorize those people, like bombsters, because they are a little bit different, because these people have an occupation they are doing. So along lines with their occupation, they may be, sometimes involved in, bombing, like, trying to talk to people, you understand, to get something from them, is
mhm.
different from somebody who make it as an occupation. Has no occupation. He is just, living around the riverside, trying to, harass people, you can say it that way, going around, talking to them. They are my brothers and sisters, and I have no hate for them, but the fact has to be told.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the difference is the people who work at
Hmm.
the hotel, the people who work in the tourism industry, those people are not considered bumpsters because they have some type of income.
Exactly.
They're not depending on
They are not
tourists
dependent on the
like
tourists. Yeah.
to give them money.
Yeah,
Okay, so
exactly.
that's the difference. So a bumpster will have he won't go to work. He or she will not go to work. They won't have
No,
any job whatsoever.
no, no. That's the
Okay,
difference.
okay, so that's the difference.
Yeah.
So do you agree though that these people who work in these industries, do they play a role in sex tourism in the Gambia? Are they participating also? Like when you go, like, let me give you an example. When I was in Cameroon,
Mm-hmm.
we were at the hotel. We stayed at a hotel, okay, and in this
Mm-hmm.
hotel we would notice these women. Okay, it would just be these single women who would just be sitting in the hotel, like in the bars or in the restaurants by themselves. And it was
Mm-hmm.
really odd because Cameroon was a Muslim country, and women
Yes.
didn't go out like that,
Yes.
especially not to nightclubs, not to
Mm-hmm.
bars.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go when I would see these women sitting there, and I would wonder what was going on. I couldn't connect what was going on with that. So
Mm-hmm.
finally, I asked my professor who took us on this trip,
Mm-hmm.
and he told us that those women were prostitutes. They were
Yeah.
ladies of the evening, and
Yeah.
they would go there to meet men.
Yeah.
Okay, and it
Yeah.
wasn't like you would know. they were prostitutes.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm,
Well, we didn't know, but I guess the people there would know.
mhm.
So is
Okay.
it like the same thing there that these people just come and, well, I guess that's a monster though, because they didn't have a job. Their job was to be prostitutes.
Yeah, no, you can even call them prostitutes. Like that's what I'm saying. You can call the people who work, in the industry as accomplice to the bombsters, okay, or to
Mhm.
the to certain women you are talking about hanging around, because they must have a place to hang around, to wait for these people, right? Yeah,
Okay.
so if you give them that environment to hang around, and because normally in the Gambia, for the case of Gambia, prostitution is like is illegal, right? So
Okay.
there is no law that accept prosecution in Gambia, but
Hmm.
people do it anyways, okay? Not
Hmm.
like in other countries where it is licensed. Some prostitutes have license to operate. In the
Right.
Gambia, yeah, in the Gambia, prostitutes have no license to operate.
Hmm.
So if anybody is doing it, he is just doing it illegally. So
Okay.
in doing that illegally, perhaps as you said in Cameroon, those people, who allow them to sit around their hotels to be talking to the white men, and other, tourists.
Right.
Those people are accomplices to those, and they create the enabling environment for those people to operate. Perhaps they may be
Okay.
sharing their revenues with them. Who knows, right?
Oh, could be.
Yes, yeah, that could be the case.
Right.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes if it's normal. If somebody create an environment for you because something is illegal, so he may have a hideout in your house or in your restaurant or whatsoever. He'll be doing the business. You allow the business to operate, but at the same time, you may be having some interest out of this. That's why you let that person to do it.
Yeah.
You know what
That
I'm saying?
makes sense. Yes, because I couldn't understand why they would let those ladies just
E- e-
freely
e-
leave it
e-
around like that.
exactly. That's how it works. That is how I take it. Like for the Gambia, if you see that type of thing, it is illegal. Everybody know it's illegal. But most of times, like I said, not many Gambians are interested. Even Gambians from diaspora, when they come back home, they are not likely go. They don't likely go to the hotel areas. That areas where the tourists are to live. They will want
Right.
to go to live with their families, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's yeah. So normally at that hotel industry, only the people who are working in the hotel and the bombsters will know each other. So
Hmm.
and the general public, like the mostly like the general Gambians will not know what is going on down there, you know
Right. Okay.
unless you go there. But normally, you know it's boys, like young boys, young girls will be going there, but adult, like grown up responsible people, don't go there at that at certain times. To maybe they
Hmm.
can go there to hang out, but they don't go there just to you know uh, you know as these bombsters are doing, and like the prostitutes you saying, hanging around. They will not even, those people will not want anybody to see them, like the prostitutes. They will not want nobody to recognize them as prostitute, unless if you are there, because they will not do prostitution on Gambians. Remember that.
Hmm.
If they are prostitute, they will always be prostitute to foreigners, right? Because if
Wait a
you
minute. So they don't
yes.
prostitute to Gambians. What you mean? So they don't prostitute to each other?
To what?
So the prostitute doesn't sell herself to the Gambian man. He's not going to buy a prostitute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is possible that that's what I'm saying, but I don't think it is any prostitute in the Gambia, knowing yourself as a Gambian, you will be in the hotel industry and trying to be prostituting Gambians. It might happen, but I don't think because you will fear people recognizing you. You know, you know. So you will rather want to prosecute the foreigners, but not Gambians themselves.
Okay, because you don't
Yes,
want people to know
to
what
know
you're
exactly,
doing.
exactly. Because if
Okay.
Gambia is a small country, if you prosecute to a Gambian, the next minute you may meet in a car, outside in the street, and they will try. Oh, are you the one? So you will not want to do that.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, I get it now.
Mhm.
Okay, so she says she follows up with her own personal experience with someone who works in the tourism industry in
Okay.
the Gambia. So she wanted us to know this. She wanted to share this. She
Mhm.
says, I'm going to read this part verbatim because I don't want to get it messed up.
Yes,
She said,
please.
I was married to a Gambian
Mhm.
who worked as a security guard in a hotel.
Mhm.
It was the worst 4 years of my life.
Okay.
He lied nonstop. His family lied for him. They told me he was a single man when reality, he introduced me to his sister, who in fact was his wife.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
struggled as a one parent family of three children, but managed to bring him to the UK on a spousal visa. At that time, it only took me 1 year to get an indefinite visa, an indefinite leave. I'm sorry, indefinite leave to come to the UK. Okay, for people here, that means it was a permanent residency visa. Then it took
Yes.
1 year to get the
Mhm.
permanent residency visa. Okay,
Okay. Mhm.
so she says it here, meaning he could stay permanently.
Mhm.
She says a week after getting his papers, he just upped and left. I was heartbroken. Then the truth started coming out. He had been married to a British woman. They divorced because she wouldn't bring him to England. He was also married to a Gambian and had a daughter with her. He married me knowing he was still married, knowing he was still married. If
Mhm.
you marry in the justice of Banjul, you are told you can only have one wife if you are a Muslim. I divorced him, but somehow he managed to stay in the UK and brought his Gambian wife over. Since this happened, I heard more and more stories like mine. They
Yeah.
are now quite a few on groups on Facebook about Gambian cheaters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's I quite agree with what the lady said. Sometimes like there are some ungrateful people. But I think the best thing he should have done is he should have, because Gambians are Muslims, so we are allowed to marry up to 4 wives. So obviously, if he just open up to the girl and tell him no, in as much as he want to travel, he could have done it, open up to the lady or girl or whatsoever, tell him, you know what, I have a wife, okay, so but in our culture we can marry up to 4 wives, and in our religion accept it too. So if you can agree with me to marry you as a second wife, maybe that will be the end, that I will stop for with only 2 wives. She could have accepted. We have a lot of cases like that. There's many white ladies who are married to Gambian men who, knowing that they are already married, and they agreed, having been a second wife, and there's a lot of that in the Gambia.
Mhm.
So that should not have been a problem. But what the man did, was actually not right. Let's just tell the truth. He could have just opened up to the man, to the girl, and tell him, you know what, I have a Gambian wife. Because normally how why people do it is because normally in the West you guys don't agree marry,
Right,
like exactly, for a man to be having 2 wives. But
right,
the downside of a man not having 2 wives or 3 wives is that if a man have one wife, he will basically maybe cheating on you with other women. So to avoid that, in Islam they say marry up to 4. What is, I think, is more reason, is more rational for you to marry 4 wives, not to cheat, than marry one wife and cheat. Okay.
hmm,
Yes. So if many ladies nowadays understand that, there are scarcity of men throughout the world. Like if you go to the United States, women are like maybe 70% more than men. So
hmm,
if you think about that, if every man have to marry only one wife, Okay, what about the rest of the women? What will they do? Will they do prostitution, or what will they do? So
Mhm.
that is a problem. Okay, I'm not saying the laws of the West or whatsoever is wrong, but I think you should also think about that downside of the law.
Well,
You
I
know.
think from what her comments were saying, and
Mm,
if you're listening, VPAT member, let me know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I was getting from what she was saying was that it's
mm,
not that he wanted two wives. It
mm.
was that he had really no interest in her. He lied to her. He just
Oh,
wanted to go to the UK. He just
okay.
wanted to get out of the Gambia. So
Oh,
he
okay.
pretended like he loved her, but he didn't. So she
Yeah.
was saying these real Gambians, he
Hmm.
pretended like he was a real Gambian. He
Hmm.
had a real genuine job. You
Hmm.
know, he wasn't on the beach. She
Hmm.
was married to him. She did everything she was supposed to do. Then
Hmm.
come to find out that this man was a liar. He
Yeah,
was a
that is
so
wrong. As I said, that is unfortunate. Though it happened. And basically it's wrong, and I don't support the man. But at the same time, as I'm saying, that maybe that these are isolated cases that happen. And if anybody want to judge the entire people of Gambia, because we have also genuine marriages that are happening. So perhaps the man has been working in the industry side, like you said, the riverside, for a long time, and he
mhm,
want to change his life. He don't want to be a security guard no more. And
okay,
but the way he go about it was wrong. He could have just informed the if he really
yeah,
have interest. Okay, he just complain to, I'm married, but I want to marry you, so that we can be together. We can be one big family with two wives and kids. That is
exactly.
lovely, right?
Right. But that's
Yeah.
what she said. She don't think that's why that was not the issue. It was
Mm.
more that he wanted to go to the UK. Okay. And that was what something she felt like you really didn't emphasize upon was that they will play these same games that the Nigerians play to get papers. They will play the green card romance scam game because they want papers just like the Nigerians. But
Yeah.
people want to present it like it's just the Nigerians who are doing this, and that
Mm.
is not the truth.
Yeah, that is not the truth. That is not the truth, obviously. Like you said, people pretend that maybe on the larger scale, and also the Nigerians do it on a larger scale than the Gambians. But if you also look at it, the Nigerian population is way
It's
bigger than the
larger, so of
Gambian
course
population.
it's going to be a
Exactly.
larger
So
scale. Exactly.
obviously, yeah. So
It's going to be a
obviously it
larger
will,
scale.
yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
Obviously it will be at a larger scale. No matter what
Exactly.
the Nigerian do, will be at
Yes.
a larger scale compared to
Yes.
a Gambia, who
Exactly.
is, yeah,
Yes.
who is just 1 point something million people,
Right.
compared to Nigeria that is like 250 million people. You
Yes.
see, so
Yes.
is yeah. So I did not blame. I cannot say that Gambians can do it in the same magnitude with Nigerians, but you will see the difference will be more Nigerians will do it more than the Gambians.
Hmm.
You understand? So
Yes.
that is the only difference.
Right.
So, but yeah, but for like, these are things that happen in the Gambia, and they are unfortunate. They are like isolated cases, as I said. And because normally Gambians, we have a lot of genuine marriages that are going on right now. We have a lot of, I know a lot of people who are married, and their spouses, they being in the United States or in the UK, agree to demand to marry more than one wife. And that is their fear, that sometimes they will genuinely love the girl, but the conditions the girl will put ahead of them, like, I am the only woman who should be married here.
Hmm.
It become a problem for the man, even
Yeah.
if yeah, even if he genuinely love you. If you want to, sometimes they will marry you, and later on want to tell you, but because of your behavior towards them, they will fear to tell you that, I have another wife, so can we just be one big family and enjoying our living together. you know so that is why things get really bad and tense. If they get tense, so the man will just say, okay, let me just let her go, since the other wives agree, but she is not agreeing with me, let me just let her go. And
Hmm.
in that, yeah, in that circumstances, mostly that's how it happens.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that does happen then. So you agree that that does happen there. And she
Yeah,
seems to feel like this happens a lot because on YouTube, there, I'm not YouTube, I'm sorry, Facebook, there's like a whole group, there's groups dedicated to helping these women, you know, giving them a place, an outlet to talk about their experiences.
yeah, yeah,
So she feels like this is not something like out of the norm that happened to her, that this is the norm. So would you
yeah.
agree with that statement or would you not agree with that statement? And if so, why or why not?
No, what I will agree and disagree. Okay,
Okay.
I'll give two answers to that. I will
Okay.
agree. I will agree is an isolated cases and is unfortunate. It happens. But I will agree that it happened. A lot of people also do genuine marriages where they will comfortably have two wives, or even some of them will even marry one Western woman, and that is all they will get. You know,
Okay.
I think it boils down to the belief system.
Yeah.
The reason why Gambians are involved in it is not like an intended scamming of foreigners. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I really understand the Gambian from the context of the Gambian culture, is not like something that is intended to scam, the white lady or the African American lady. Is not intended. It's like cultural differences. You,
Right.
as an African American, you just want to be a single wife, like being in the house alone with no other woman.
Right.
In our, yes, whereas in our culture, and our religion, you can marry up to four wives. But many a times nowadays, people don't marry up to four wives.
Right.
The most common marry people do is two. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, they will want to have at least one Gambian wife, and maybe another wife, maybe in the UK or in the United States, so that in that way, if they are in the United States, they will not be cheating on their Gambian wife. It will be a genuine, relationship. If they are down in the Gambia for holidays, they will also not be cheating on the wife in the United States. It will be a genuine relationship. That way, they will be protected.
So
Sorry, can you
the
give me a few
two,
minutes, please?
okay. Uh, okay. So the two
Oh, okay.
wives.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yes, please.
Okay.
Sorry for that. Yeah.
So the two wives situation. I don't really don't want to start talking too in depth about that, but I think
Mm-hmm.
the way you're presenting it is not the way, or the way I'm understanding it is not in a good way. Because the way you're presenting the two wives situation, it's not because I love this wife or I love that wife. It's more about him being satisfied wherever he's at, his needs being met. And I don't think
Exactly.
you want to present Gambian men like that, because especially to women from the West, because that's not going to go well with us. And it's a lot of women on the West who watch from the West who watch this show. So
Yeah.
to present him as somebody who, well, I need me a Gambian wife because when I'm in the Gambia, I'll have her to have sex with. But when I go to the West, the UK or America, I want me a foreign wife so I can go to the foreign land and have sex with her too. And Allah won't look at me as cheating. To me, no, that's not cheating. That's using. That's taking advantage of someone. And I'm not sure that that's how you want to
Yeah.
represent the men in your country because that's
No,
not a good look either.
no, I'm not representing Gambia but I'm representing, our culture and the Islam, we had. I'm not saying
Mhm.
many people, as I said, maybe you may see it differently. That's why I said the cultural shock will always come in, because your belief right now, is like every man should have one wife. Okay, right? It may be, and your belief system, and maybe it's the way you are brought up, is your culture, right?
No, it's
So
just no, actually, it's just what I think was best for me. I mean,
yeah,
I know people
exactly.
who practice polygamy and
Yes,
and that's okay for them, but it's just
yes,
something I don't choose to do, and
yes,
that's all.
exactly,
I don't choose to
exactly. Yeah,
participate in that. So
exactly.
I don't talk about people who do it, but it's just not for me. It's just not something I know I want to do.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah,
I don't want to do that. I don't think there's no need to do that because for
yeah,
one, in Islam, the number one rule that the prophet said, peace be upon him, is that you love these two women equally. That
Yes.
you cannot love one more than you love the other, and that's impossible. You can
Y- y-
never love two people equally. You
yes.
can never provide for two
Yes.
women
Y-
equally. You
yes.
could not do that. That's
Yes.
impossible. It's
Yes.
impossible for you to love one woman the same way you love the other woman. That's
Yes.
not humanly possible. You
Mm,
cannot give me the same thing, exactly the same thing that you're
mhm,
giving to this other woman.
mhm,
That's not even possible.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's just like the rules to it. Let's start with the rules. They're not even respecting the rules. That's
Yeah.
why that's the rule, because that's
Y-
impossible. So he's
yeah.
really telling you don't
Mm,
do it, but people are doing it anyway because
mhm.
they're disrespecting the rules.
Yeah.
So that's
Exactly.
just my opinion about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
'cause
Like you said.
there's no
Like.
way you can love two women the same. There's no way I can love two men the same and say,
Mm.
oh, I love you and I love you too and I love you too equally. No, that's a lie.
Yeah, that's true. As you said, there even the prophet said, it's not like you are not allowed to love one woman more than the other. That is not the rule in Islam. The rule is
Oh, okay.
you should not show that you love that woman more than this one. Okay,
So
you
it's
should not
okay.
show it.
So you're saying it's okay to
Yes,
love
yeah.
that woman more than the other,
The
long
other
as you
one,
don't
yeah,
show it. Well, where does it
yeah.
say in the Quran? Can you tell
But
me what surah that is? Because I sure want to read that tonight. Where's
yeah,
that? Oh,
read
it's
it,
in the
read it,
Hadith.
read it,
Is it
read
in
it.
the Hadith or is it in the Quran? Which one is it?
It's in the Hadith. It's not like in the
Okay, well,
Quran.
the Hadiths, I'm not interested in the Hadith because those were just men who
Yes,
followed the prophet
yes,
and wrote
yes,
what they saw. So I'm not
yes,
interested in what a man saw. I'm
yes,
interested in what the prophet Gabriel gave Muhammad, the
yeah,
prophet Muhammad,
yeah.
to talk about. That's
Mm,
what I'm interested in, not what some man says. But we're not
mm.
going to talk about Islam. So let's pull this back in.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
that's
come back in.
like what you said. I quite agree with you. Like mostly that's why Islam said if you know that you cannot be equal between two ladies, please marry only one. Okay,
Exactly.
yes, please.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
many people are doing that rule, marrying only one wife. And in Gambia, even you go there, it's not like everybody is marrying two, three wives. No, it's
No,
like
and
yeah,
that's another thing that people should consider like that because not all, and especially younger,
yes,
younger don't even practice polygamy. They don't even
exactly.
do that.
Yes,
So,
huh?
they need to put it out there like this is what goes on in the Gambia, and this is maybe for the older
Mhm,
generation, but
mhm,
not for the younger generation. And
mhm.
even
Exactly.
you can't even say that's the norm for the older generation
Mhm,
because
mhm,
each person is different. Each
mhm.
person is different.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I would just totally disagree with that.
Yeah, as you said, like in the younger generation nowadays, many people marry one wife.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, because also is the way the world is modernized. Many people prefer marrying one wife because of the expenses involved in it. Like
exactly.
exactly buying a house for the wives.
Yeah,
Okay, feeding
yeah,
them,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
clothing them,
yeah,
providing everything. So because
yeah,
of that difficulty,
yeah,
many Gambians nowadays, who will
yeah,
tell you that they will have two wives, it's very rare to me,
mhm,
because many Gambians now prefer to marry one wife because of the expenses
exactly.
attached to marrying two wives. So the reason why in the older generation they can marry up to three wives, remember, there were not these bill payments involved, right? Lot like that is going on right now. You have electricity bill. Those days you don't have those type of bills. Nowadays you have mobile phone bills.
Right.
Yeah, building a house, is also costly. So because of that, many people resort to marrying only one wife. And if you go to Gambia right now, the youth population, like I said, more than 75% only have one wife.
Yeah,
Yes, and
exactly.
they will prefer to remain one wife. And this, as I said, is an isolated case. Because as I know, a lot of Gambians who travel abroad marry genuinely to their spouses in
Mhm.
Canada, in USA, in whatsoever. They marry only one wife. So
Right.
I'm just trying to make it for you to understand, because
Mhm.
that's why I came in with the statistics saying that there are more women than men in the United States. So if everybody marry one, there will be some deficit of women who will not marry. You understand?
Exactly.
That's why I brought. But in a real time, most Gambians, prefer marrying one wife because of the expenses attached to carrying two wives. Yeah.
And that's that's the reality of the situation.
Yeah, that is the
You know, that
reality of the
that that
situation.
is that is the reality of this whole situation that
Y-
people just leave out and they just fail to talk about.
Yes.
So, but again, that wasn't the issue because he even here he didn't have two wives. After it was over between her, he brought the wife from the Gambia. So again, it wasn't the issue of the two wives. It was the issue of just using her, taking advantage of her to get to the UK. So this is something else she said she wants to talk about. She said that some ladies have lost everything from marrying a Gambian man. Okay, their money, their homes, their land in the Gambia. Many are left destitute. This is happening to lots of African American women now as more are traveling to their motherland. I have no idea I'm sorry, they have no idea what awaits them because they either don't believe the warnings or don't think it will happen to them because they are Black women. Gambia is not a safe place it used to be, love. John, no, no, she told me to join. I'm sorry, she's telling me to join some group. Okay.
Mm, mm.
So she says the repasts aren't telling the truth. She said, Pa told us a lot, but it's not only the bumpsters ripping us off, it's many of these so-called real Gambians who are ripping us off. So what do you have to say about that? Is that true? Does that happen? Have women from the West went there, married Gambian men, and lost everything, lost their money, lost their homes, lost their land because the Gambian, and I tend to think this is actual and factual because it's a Muslim country. And in a Muslim country, a man kind of it all goes to him. It's all he controls everything. So is this true, Paul? Is this really true? That
Uh,
Western women are losing everything?
yeah, I think she is just making it she's making it so big. That is, I don't agree with that. That is, I cannot say that is not true, but I will not agree with that. Like in any situation, if something painful happened to you, is
Yeah.
very, I understand, express your feeling, express your anger, express whatsoever you want to express. That is right, I agree with that. Okay.
Okay.
So, but that doesn't represent the majority of Gambians, as he's saying. There is no way that you go to Gambia. If you go to Gambia, you find a man. That's why they say, before you marry somebody, make a background check, okay,
Right.
of that individual. But even
Right.
though even though the African American or the European have did not have that opportunity, when they go to Gambia to make a background check about, to know whatsoever is happening, okay,
Mhm.
there is no way that a Gambian man will just deliberately take over your land, because if you buy a land, you both of your names are there.
Okay.
You can claim it as much as the man. Okay, if you guys are separated, you go to the courts or you go to the police, you report your case, then
Okay.
you take back your portion of the land.
Okay.
Okay, so if you don't like also to add that man in that land lease, make it your own, so that you don't have to deal with that. If you are divorced, you just kick the man out. You can do that as well, and there is no law that is restricting you from doing that in the Gambia.
Well, speaking of that, last night, Womb lady, Womb, come if you tell me if I'm wrong. I was talking to this person, the Womb lady. That's what I'm
Mm,
gonna call her. And
mm,
it wasn't last night. It was the night before.
mm,
There, we were reading something about Gambia, and it
mm.
said something like a Gambian woman cannot leave the country without her husband's permission. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true. Normally, Gambian, if you are married, I'm not saying if you are married, obviously, even I don't think that is even a problem in the West, because if you are married, anywhere you are going to, you need to inform your husband, right? And you need
No,
to,
not
oh,
here.
It's not
No,
like that.
your husband can't stop you from going anywhere.
Oh, you can
Your
go
husband can't
anywhere you
stop you
want.
from going in. No, your husband in the United States, your husband can't stop you from going anywhere. You don't even have to
Oh,
tell him that you're going. You can just
oh,
go.
you can
So
just
no,
go.
no, that's
Oh,
called kidnapping. If he tries
okay,
to stop you
okay,
from going, he can go to
okay,
jail, and that's called kidnapping. So no, you
okay,
can't. You can't do that
okay,
here.
okay,
So
okay,
you
okay.
can really do that in the Gambia. That's true.
Yes, yes, because
Right?
that I found very strange, though. Like, if you are married, you and your husband under the same roof, you are
Yeah.
going out and you don't inform your husband where you are going to. That is really strange with me. But it's okay. Anyway, I respect that. As I said, that is your culture. But in our culture, we don't do that. If a woman is supposed to go, if they are married, if they are supposed to go anywhere, they need to inform the man so that the man will know where they are going. And if the
Uh-huh.
man disagrees that you should not go there, then you should not go there. You have no choice. You have to wait until you have the instruction to go. And that is normal. And because it depends on your culture. If your culture approve it, then that's fine. But in our culture, it's not approved. So obviously, I guess it's 50-50. You just respect your culture and we respect our culture. And that should not be a problem.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is true. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's so the money. So you don't think this? So for the women who are married to Gambian men and the women who are building houses and land, for us women who plan on doing all this, what how do we make sure this doesn't happen? You said we need to do what?
Can
Like
you
say
repeat
you get
yourself,
married to a
please?
woman and you decide it doesn't work out. Okay, the house is built, we living in the house, but I want my whole house because I pay most of my money paid for the house. So will I get the house or how will that go?
Yeah,
Or does
that's
he
what
or is
that's
it his house?
that's what I'm saying. It depends on the laws of the in the Gambia. You need to, before moving to the Gambia, you need to know, you as you see that back family, I don't know, in the Gambia, you know they are not married to no Gambians. They both of them married, and I don't think they are citizens of the Gambia.
Now that's who you talking about. The Bag family.
Yeah, yes, the back family, they are not
Yeah.
they are not yet qualified to become citizens in the Gambia, but despite that they have a land in the Gambia. How did they
Okay.
obtain it? Right, you guys need to find out. Since those people are
So we
able
need to
to,
find out. What
yes,
you said
since
so hold on, Pa. You said we okay. You said we need to find out how the Bag family obtained their land in the Gambia because they're not citizens of the Gambia and they're not married to Gambian citizens. So there's no way they can own that land in the Gambia. Is that what you're saying to us?
no, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they have
Well,
the
what are you
right to.
saying?
I'm saying that to be in a safer side, like the Ripat community. If they learn from those people, they will do better, because those people are Africans, and we appreciate that they come to the land. They are not idle in the land. They are developing. They bought a land and they are developing it. You have to go through certain paperwork. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if
Oh, you said
like
go
if
to them and find out how
out
they did
exactly
it.
how they
Okay, but hold on. So the law, so tell us the law because
okay,
that's
okay,
impossible for
all right,
all of us to go to the Bag family
okay,
and ask the
okay.
Bag family how they did that. But what is because the law is the law. The law
Yeah,
will apply to anybody. Nobody should have the hookup on the law. So if they were able to purchase that type of land, then any of us should be able to do it. If that was a legal transaction,
yes,
according
yes,
right?
yeah,
So
yes.
what does
So
the law say about that? Because we
okay,
can't all go bombard the Bag family with emails and phone calls. We can't reach them. So what is the law so we will know? So we
yes,
will be informed. We don't want to have to go and ask somebody else. So you tell us, what is the
yeah.
law?
Yeah, the law is like, you have to stay in the Gambia for at least 15 years to become a citizen of the country right
Okay.
now. Okay. So, but notwithstanding, if you travel to Gambia and you showed your interest of staying in the Gambia, so, and you want to buy a house, you have to deal with the Gambian authorities to approve you to get a land in the Gambia. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, if you pass that stage of approval of the land with your intent of staying in the Gambia like a permanent resident, until you become a citizen, there is another law also which says if you want to quickly obtain a land, you can easily marry a Gambian woman or a Gambian man. Once you marry a Gambian man, then it's easy for you to get a land, because you married a Gambian man, so your children become automatically Gambians. You understand? Yes. So that is the law. So that's why I said, you don't have to be married to a Gambian spouse to be able to obtain a land in the Gambia. You understand? If
But
you go
ahead. Okay, so you said you have to be there 15 years to get permanent residency, right?
yes, yes.
So once you get permanent residency, then you get approved to own the land.
No, it's not like I'm saying, it's not like after your citizenship, that is when you will be approved to get the land. It's like
Okay.
if you have your intent of staying in the Gambia up to becoming a citizen, okay, you can go to the Gambia, obtain your land. If you obtain your land, they will tell you your intent and you discuss it with the authorities. If the authorities feel that you are approved to own a land in the Gambia with all the documentations, the paperwork you need to do, then you will be approved for that land. So in whenever you want to leave the country, you can, if you want, you can dispose the land. You can resell the land and leave the country. That is up to you. Okay. As of now, I don't know any law that states that you cannot own a land as a repart community to the Gambia without having a Gambian spouse. I don't know of that law. Perhaps
No,
it is there, but
and from what I've read, that's not what it says. But
yes,
there is stipulation on where you can own land and what
yes,
type of
yes,
land that
lands,
you can own.
exactly, exactly.
And that's
That's what
what
I was
people are
trying to
not
tell you.
telling the repat community. You can't
Yes,
just go and buy certain places. We are not allowed to own
yes,
land,
yes. That's
and
true.
that's where people are not, being clear with the
Yes,
repat community on. So,
that's
and
true.
also about this 15 years permanent residency before you
Mm,
can become a permanent resident. Because what if we go there? These are couples going like the
mm,
bad family,
mm,
you
mm,
know, and you don't want to marry a Gambian citizen. You want to
mm.
just do it on your own.
Yes.
So I'm sure the rules are different things. They would have to be because that's a whole different situation. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, but now though, like you said, if they don't want to deal with no Gambian, they want to live on their own. With maybe they are already married, they want to move there,
Yeah.
and
This
yeah,
what
that is okay, because in the long run, perhaps they may have children. If they have children within that period of time of 15 years, then those kids become Gambians automatically.
but
Okay,
but
and
what if
through
they
those,
don't have children? What if they don't have children?
yeah,
What if they don't have children? What if they're just like the bad family? The bad family kids are grown.
yes. So then
So
then
they have no connection to the Gambia except that land. What is that situation with that?
then they have to wait for the period of time, like I said, 15 years period to become citizens. And now but I guess now even African Americans, I the last time I see them trying to talk to the government to amend those laws to allow them to have permanent residency quicker. And and that is understandable, what I'm saying, because that's the law of the land. Every land has their own laws. Our land, especially for us, we are not that much hostile about people moving to our country, like we follow them up and down like you are migrants. No, it's not, it doesn't go like that. If you ask those repart community, they will tell you, you do your paperwork correctly, nobody have business with you.
Right.
Just stay as much as you can. If you want to be a Gambian, then you become a Gambian. I heard
Okay.
they have been discussing with the government to amend those laws, and I hope that the government will listen to them and amend the laws and reduce the waiting time for them to become citizens. And let's hope for that. That will work for them. And I guess that will work. Yeah. So
So remember that, people, if that's your situation, if you're in the same situation as the bad people, remember that, okay? Because there's more to it than meets the eye when you're not married to someone from there, and that's every African country. So it's not just the Gambia; it's everywhere you go in Africa. It's like that.
Yeah,
So,
and everyone you everywhere you go to the United States or in Europe is also like that. You know what
it
I'm
sure
saying?
is. Yeah, it
Yes,
sure is.
yes,
Every country
exactly.
is like that.
So
Right.
obviously it doesn't
Yeah.
matter whether you are a black man or a
No, it
white
sure
man.
doesn't. No.
The laws of the land has to be followed and
Exactly.
respected. Yes,
They want to make sure you have a vested interest in that country and you're just not coming there for what? What are you coming to our country for? What do you want our land for? You see what I'm saying? But if you stay
Exactly,
for 15
exactly.
years, it's just like here. You can't
Yeah,
just come here like that. We want to know,
mhm,
what do
exactly,
you want here? What you want to do here? What's your plans for here? It's the
exactly,
same thing.
exactly. It's
So
the
it's
same thing.
just like immigration is
Yeah,
immigration. Just because
yeah,
it's Africa doesn't
yeah.
mean immigration has changed.
Exactly, exactly.
They still have immigration laws also. So that's
Exactly.
what we need to understand.
Yeah,
And there is a stipulation on
mm,
where non-citizens of the Gambia can buy land. That is
yeah,
clear, and people
yeah,
need to understand that
yeah,
because
yeah,
nobody talks about that.
yeah, yeah.
But
Uh,
anyway, so we got that one.
mm,
Let's see. And then she says that the Gambia has really changed now. She says, I've been in the Gambia for over 30 years and I would not live there now. I've seen so much scamming and the heartbreak it causes. The men only want to better themselves, but they don't care about heartbreak. They don't care about breaking people's hearts. They
yeah,
don't care about the families that they tear apart in the process.
yeah,
So what do you have to
yeah.
say about that, sir?
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but like I said, the world is evolving. As he said, he has been going to Gambia for 30 years. So you don't people in the Gambia, like, let me say, like in the past 30 years, like in 30 years ago, Gambians don't even want to travel outside of Gambia. Okay, they are more, like socialists, like trying to group together. They are not looking for being too much rich. They are not looking, but nowadays the world is a global world. You will be sitting in the Gambia, you will see what is going on in other parts of the world.
Yes,
You
you
will
sure
see,
will.
yes, you will see what people dress like. You will see everybody is, looking modern. So you will also want to be modern. And I think, that is why people are, involved in lesser work than hard work. Before, people do hard work to get things done right in the Gambia.
Mhm.
But nowadays there are easy ways, like the computer. You can just sit in your laptop, make money, right? So
Yeah.
before, people are not doing that in the Gambia. Nowadays, in the 21st century, the world is globalized. Like anyone, anywhere you sit in the globe, you see what is going on. So you will also, some youths also will want to venture into those ways, and it's all across the world. You cannot go nowhere that you will not find those type of things. But if
Right.
that is the thing you are discouraged about, because in last 30 years you go there, people were very calm. People don't even know what is happening around them. Now that people are awakened, they understand, oh, this is how people make money. This is how people build mansions. This is how people have these iPhone phones and whatsoever. They will also be interested. It's human nature to get those things. So it may be legally or may be illegally. So these are the things, we need to discuss about, because it's everywhere. Like when you were a kid, what you don't have, now when you are an adult, you get it.
Mhm.
Yes, so I don't think that this should be a big problem with her saying that Gambia has changed. Of course, Gambia will not be stagnant. Gambia has to change for the better. Okay,
But she
and
feels like it
and
hasn't changed. She feels like in the 30 years it hasn't changed for the better. It's actually changed for the worse. It's like more scamming. Like it sounds like when she started going, there wasn't scam. It was scamming, but it wasn't scamming like it is now.
yes,
She was like it's not safe like it used to be. She
yes.
feels like it's changing. It's becoming more modern, yes, but at
Okay.
the expense of its safety. At
Thank,
expense
thank
of
you, thank
safety.
you very much. As I said, like Gambia, the time they were gaining independence, if you look at the population of Gambia, it's not more than 300,000 people. Okay, the time we gaining independence now is, is like more than 1 million. So obviously, you will not expect, the same attitude or the same behavior in 1965 or 2001 or 1999 as of today. Of course, it will increase. Even the crime rate will increase with the population growth, obviously. So that is not a good analogy to me. as he put it. The crime rate, of course, has to go up because the population is higher. Okay, and the economy also will grow up the same time because there are a lot of people paying tax. You understand? So
Yeah.
yes, so that should not be a problem to me.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So we got one more, and then I'm gonna let you go
Hmm.
because I gotta get to this other stuff, and we've been on here an hour, and I know it's late there, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate you showing up like this.
Uh,
So this last one, she said, as for Juju,
mhm.
this is a way of life for most Gambians. Some good, some bad. Paul was not telling the truth on that matter. The longer you are living in the rural areas away from the hotels, and the more you will learn. I hope you will learn much more before relocating to the Gambia. She's talking about, and if you do decide to stay there, don't ever put a man's name on your land documents. All right, Paul, what you got to say about that? You got to say about that, mister?
Yeah, that is like, as I said, that is up to anybody who is moving to the Gambia. If you don't feel like putting your man's name in your papers, do not put it. I don't advise you to do that. But if you are very confident of your man and you feel that you guys will live forever, then go ahead and do it, because that will make the relationship smoother, okay, between you two guys, because it will not be like you having power over your husband. In any marriage, if a lady want to have power more than the husband, that relationship, as long as it stays, it will break up, because this is life. God created men and women differently. He said,
Right.
men should be the head of the family. Now if you want to do the manly duty in the house, no matter how the man is good or cold hearted, at the end of the day, the relationship will break into pieces. Okay, just do your womanly duties, even though if you are the provider in that family, okay, as a woman, because you have more opportunities. Maybe you are away. If you send somebody money in the Gambia, it become like a lot of money. Just try to be humble with your husband and know that he is the head of the family. Then the relationship will go. But anytime you want to act like, since you are the provider, you can do anything you want, no man will go that route with you. At the end of the day,
Oh,
your relationship will break. That is my advice on that. But she is right. At the same time, if you don't want to put any man, you married, on your document, that is fine. That is okay with you. Do not. I'm not advising you to put your man's name on your paperwork, and that's the advice I have. So about the juju stuff you're talking about, as I said, exactly. Last time you were talking about two things. You talk about black magic and juju stuff. So, and I told you these are two different things,
right.
because
They are.
yes, this one is religious. This one is not religious. It's ancestral worship. So in Gambia, we don't have no ancestral worship. I also told you that these marabouts, we have marabouts in the Gambia. That is obvious, and I agree. And I told you there are some marabouts who do horrible things. Okay, they sit in their houses, try to do bad things to other people because somebody came there and reported somebody. And these marabouts don't go after on everybody. Somebody have to go to them and tell them their problems and tell them, this is the problem I have with somebody, so
Mhm.
I want you to help me solve the problem. And they
Right.
will also, yeah, and they will also do their stuffs, okay, to fix that problems. Okay,
Mhm.
in doing that, some marabouts are bad. Okay, they will
Right.
harm other people. but
Right.
but most of the marabouts in the Gambia are very good marabouts, because they don't involve in certain type of in that type of stuff, like tarnishing people image or destroying people's life. But there are some marabouts who involve in that.
Okay. So you
Hmm.
think that maybe she did see the juju, which is the
Yes.
traditional
Yes.
um, spiritual practice, but the
Yes.
black magic, there's
Mhm.
not people like just running around doing that.
Yeah, no, there is not.
There's few people who do that, but most of the people there do not do that. Is
No,
that what
no.
you're saying? Is that correct?
Yeah, no, I'm saying that, there are like the people doing juju, like this juju. I think it's a Nigerian word because we don't have no
It
word
is.
for. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So for us there, we have. I call you. I said like the sex, like head of religious people. People you feel they are very religious. They are closer to God than you. Whenever you are involving in certain things, you go there, you seek prayers from them, and they help you to pray to God to help you solve your problem. Those we also call them marabouts. Okay.
Okay.
So, and there are marabouts also who cover themselves with that, and they will be the people destroying people. Like if you go to them, you tell them, I want this man to kill this person, or I want you to harm this person, and they will also be involved in that, depending that you pay them money to do that work for you.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, yes, that happens. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So that's what she wanted some clarity on.
yes.
So
Thank you. Mm.
that was the it was like I said, it was a couple of more comments. Well, there was more comments than that, but this is the one that I really wanted you to respond to because she had some interesting things that I thought happened to her, and I just wanted to see what you get your take on these things. Okay,
Yeah.
her
Mm,
experiences.
mm.
So that's pretty much all I got for you tonight. Um, I got some more other stuff that I got to get to. And I want to thank you, though, for coming on. Is there something else that you wanted to say to us tonight?
No, not really that much. I just, want to thank you again for inviting me to come over to your channel and try to share, my best. In case I've said something that is not accurate, know that, that is from me, is my human imperfection. But
Right.
whatever, yes, but whatever I'm trying to say, I'm trying to say it at the best of my ability and try to be
Exactly.
truthful to you. Yeah. So and my other advice is, like I always said, if you are coming to Gambia, for a marriage or for seeking for opportunity or whatsoever, try to prepare yourself. Just don't come and pack your bags and come to Gambia. If you are trying
Right.
to come to Gambia, try to study how people live, how people socialize. Try to meet good people also. Don't be at the hotel industry. Try to hang out with bad people. If you do that, you will have some bad experiences.
Yeah.
But if you try to hang out with good people, because remember, not every no human being is perfect.
Right.
If you want to look for perfection on human beings, you will always be disappointed, as I said,
Exactly. Yes.
because
Yes.
nobody is perfect. If you
Yeah.
always want to feel that people should be perfect, they should do everything right, or any flaws you see you will complain about, then I'm sorry, the Gambia is not for you, and no part of the world is for people like that. You
Yeah.
understand?
You
Yes,
are
yes,
totally right.
yes, exactly. Because people are. This is why we are in this world. We are imperfect human beings. Nobody is perfect. So you may meet somebody at the beginning. He is perfect. He is doing whatsoever, but he may have some shortcomings here and there. Try to accept that if you want to live with that person. But if you want to
Yeah.
comment on every shortfalls, then that will be very challenging, because that means
Hmm.
you are not ready to be associated with people. And as
Exactly.
yeah, and my other advice is, try to learn from those back family in the Gambia. I really appreciate what they are doing. When they go to the Gambia, they focus on building their land. Okay,
Uh-huh.
yeah, planting seeds that will in the future, that will bring a lot of success to them. It will, because we see Gambians who own gardens, like big gardens like them. They are wealthy people, because once you involve in how to call it, involve in those type of businesses, like you involve in banana business, and
Uh-huh.
by, let's say, in 2 years to come, those bananas now you will be selling them in the market. The trucks will be at your gate, and you will be selling them, and your living in the Gambia will be very nice. But if you go to the Gambia with $10,000, $50,000, at the end of the day, you want to stay like forever. It will be finished, and you will start arguing with people up and down. quarreling with people up and down. That has no use. Yes, that is my only advice for you guys. Thank you.
Okay, so look, let me know if you want to come back, whenever you want to come back, if there's a topic you want to talk about, if there's something you feel like we need to know, just email me and let me know.
Yes, just
Okay?
let me know, email me. Like I said, sometimes I may be busy doing my own stuff,
Yeah.
so yeah, if you have a complication in any topics, please, communicate me. I will help you through it. And if any repart community want to reach out to me, they can reach out as well. If they reach out to you, they can reach out to me. Then,
Okay.
yes, let
Yes,
them
I
reach
forgot.
out
I
to you
put that
first.
your email address. Okay.
Yes, so that there will be some kind of, send how to call it, uh, I don't know. Yeah, some
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know what you mean. So
hmm?
yeah, okay. So if anybody wants to reach out to you, and they can contact me, and I will contact Paul, and I will give you that information.
Yes, thank you very much for that.
Thank you so much for coming on at the
Yeah,
last minute and
yeah,
for helping us out and clearing
yes,
things up for us. Okay.
yes, thank you.
Thank you, Paul. See you later.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Mm.
Okay, y'all. Let me remove this. Oh, you removed yourself. All right. Can everybody still hear me okay without my microphone? Yes, let me know, please. Please let me know if you can still hear me pretty good, or do you need me to go get the microphone? Pa is right. I humble myself and allow my husband to be the man of our home and lead our family accordingly. Yeah, because if you don't do that, you're going to be lost, especially in Africa, even if it's not a Muslim country. You start going over there running your mouth and doing all that American stuff that you do over here because you have to, going to get messed up in Africa. I promise you that. You're going to get messed up every day, all day. That is so true. What is Paul thought about American women? I don't know. That would have been a good question. That would have been a good question to ask him. I don't know. What do you guys think he think about him? I don't know. I think he probably has a good thought about him because if he didn't, he wouldn't be on here. He wouldn't watch and he wouldn't volunteer to come talk to us. Thank you, Paul, for your insight. Yeah, because it's always good to have insight from somebody who's there in the country. That's always real good to have. So now let's hurry up and get this done so we can run through this so we won't be on here for hours. So look, like I was saying, Miss Monica contacted me because she felt like her story was not being told. Travel with Tay Tay was telling the story the way she wanted to tell it, okay, which was incorrect. So she wanted a voice. So that's why she contacted me. That's why she came on to my channel, okay? Like I said, I've been talking to her throughout the week. And there was just some things. Well, first of all, she was really upset because of just the comments. Some of the comments she felt were just like ridiculous. Like she felt like I'm not gonna read your comment, your email, Miss Monica, but I'm gonna give my response to what you were saying. But before I do that, let me read the corrections. First, we're gonna do the corrections. So these are the corrections I have to make. Yeah. First correction she told me is that her fiance has his own job and he supports himself. Okay. Again, her fiance has his own job and he supports himself. Where I got the information that he gets the allowance, that came from Travel with Tay Tay in her Lemonade video. Remember the Lemonade video? The Lemonade special? That's where Chante says he gets an allowance. She says that they are not burglar. They did not rob her house. They did not rob Shantae. They did not break in her house. They said this is what the point that we missed. Okay, she wanted to make this clear that that was the whole point of the show, was for you all to know that he did not do this and she had nothing to do with it. But somehow we missed that point, and we were more fascinated with the point that she was involved with this man. There was a sexual relationship between Tay Tay and him, and that's all that seemed to it matter. She said it does not provide. Oh, okay, that's the allowance. She said again, she doesn't provide the allowance. That was a correction I needed to make. That came from Travel with Tay Tay and her Sunshine videos. She said he is a kept man because he wants to be a kept man. All right. So those are the corrections. And also about how the ring came out at the police department, that needs to be corrected also. So let me do that one. Okay, that story. Because remember I said I wasn't sure about that story because that story was so complicated. All right, so this is what happened with how the arrest came and the property came out. All right. Property, this is what happened. So the property, they were gifts from siblings, okay? The watch was a gift from a sibling. She wants us to know that she did not tell me it was a sister. No, she didn't. She didn't say, again, I got that information from Travel with Tay Tay. She did not say what sex. She said a sibling. Travel with Tay Tay said it was a sister. She said it was the light-skinned sister, okay? After she threw some personal insults in there. She says Travel with Tay Tay hid the jewelry and she gave it to the police after claiming it was hers. Okay. She said she found it accidentally and mysteriously in some mysterious bag. She all of a sudden found it. Okay. So she found it when they went to report the crime. When they were at the police station, she says her fiance, Travel with Tay Tay, turns and says that she wants to report a crime that her fiance had broke into, Miss Monica's fiance had broke into her house, okay? And these are the items that he stolen. So she said Tay Tay had planned, no, I'm not going to say what she said. My interpretation of what you said, Miss Monica, was that she had planned to do this. She had planned, Tay Tay had planned to get him arrested at the police station. That's why she had the items in this mysterious bag. And when she got there, she said they were her items and she knew they were not her items. And she had to prove to the police that these items were indeed theirs. All right. She also wanted to say that Binta, yet last week when we were saying, someone said Binta had a lot of kids. Well, she said that is not Binta. Binta does not have a lot of children. Binta only has one child. Okay. So let's see this one. Okay, so anything you want to comment about that? We don't care about the robbery. We was confused about the situation. Okay, see, Robin, that's what she said. And that's why she's offended. Because she said, we don't care about the robbery. And she said she thinks that's a problem. Because the robbery is what's really ruining her fiance, her future husband's credibility. Because this woman is mad because he's with someone else. She's saying Tay Tay is mad because he's with her. So she wants to ruin his credibility. She wants to ruin his reputation. She wants to get him locked up because she's angry because he doesn't want her. And she's using this robbery to do this. This break-in at her house to do this. So that's why she's saying we should care. That's why she said we should care about this break-in because she's lying about it. And she's only lying about it to use it as a personal vendetta to get this man locked up because he doesn't want her. That's why she says we should care. And it's not funny. We shouldn't be laughing, okay? Because we should be more concerned about somebody as evil and vindictive as Tay Tay. My husband is the master in the Gambia. He planned the building of the house. He brought the farmland. He has the knowledge and a good connections. Good job. Y'all think you told me that? Okay, they're still talking about from when Paul was here. All right. So the first thing she wanted to get clear is, like I told y'all, that she felt like we cared more about the sex life of her and Travel with Tay Tay than we did about the break-in. That we should have been really concerned about the break-in. We should have been really concerned about this woman, how she will go to any means to lie, to cheat, to do whatever, to get revenge on someone. And this woman is a member of our repack community. So that's why she felt like we as a people should be more concerned about that. And she was shocked that we were not, that we were just concerned about the sex part. I am happy we don't have drama, and I'm happy about that. So she felt like we should have been more concerned about that if we weren't. And that was shocking to her. She says, this man has always worked and his family is very well established and he can afford to purchase and to own all of the secondhand used items stolen by the burglars. Burglars. I always have a hard time saying that word. I've already seen. Okay, I can't see that. Nobody believes me nor cares about the truth. No one cares about the truth. His personal, private, sexual life are not her concern. That's not the concern. The robbery is the question. So basically, she's saying that you guys don't even get that part. And that's the part that we needed to understand. Okay? So, I'm sorry. I said I wasn't going to read it, but I just read it. I'm sorry, Miss Monica, but I can't just let this go like this. I can't just let this misinformation float around like this, okay? So I'm going to limit it, okay? So she says that we act like womanizing and cheating is a crime. She acts like we're acting like that's a crime when African-American men do it all the time. They do it all the time. She says, again, that is not the issue here. We're missing the whole point. And that's why Tay-Tay has been able to run rampant through our community. People like her and Travel and the Happy Companion can run rampant through our community because we don't even hold them accountable. We're not holding her accountable for the lies about the break-in. We're holding her accountable for, we're not even holding her accountable for the sex thing. The lies with the sex. Who's holding her accountable for that? So that's what she's saying. We're not even holding her accountable for anything. We're just laughing about it. We're just talking about it. She says she came to me. When she came to me, she didn't want sympathy. She says right here, no man on this planet has ever been to court. Been to jail for womanizing, okay? She says she did not want sympathy. She did not write me for me to tell her, for you guys to know her truth, for her to get sympathy. She said that is not what she wanted. She thought that this repack community wanted to know the truth. She felt like we would be more interested in what really happened in that situation and wanted to hear her side of the story. So that's what she wanted me to tell y'all. Well, no, she didn't want me to tell y'all. She didn't want to say nothing else to y'all after the show. But I told her, I felt like I had to do this. So I'm doing it. So she didn't want to stop it. She didn't want sympathy. Okay, she is involving Benna, okay? So she says she is involving my name and Bana's name in problems. What's wrong? With him. That's my dog, y'all. It's cause she sees somebody outside. I'm sorry, y'all. She don't like people. Okay, kill me, stop. She is involved. She's saying she's involving people. She's involving her, Miss Monica. She's involving Benta because she's mad because her fiance doesn't want her. She says she's creating a confusing distraction, gossip, slandering, and she's slandering these people because she's giving out their personal information. Miss Monica said Travel with Tay-Tay has given out her personal information. She's posting her personal information on her social media sites. She's telling personal things about her on her social media sites, trying to do nothing more to humiliate her. And this is the part she says she feels like we are not grasping, that we are not grasping, that this is why she's writing us. This is what's going on. And this is not, she feels like Tay-Tay should be mad at her fiance, not her and Benta. She feels like unleash your anger on him, not on us. And she doesn't mean unleash it with lies and have him arrested on lies. So she says she committed a serious and dangerous illegal criminal by posing and exposing all of her personal contact details and addresses on her YouTube channel. And no one is holding her accountable nor responsible for that of her minions. Okay, so basically people are getting her information from YouTube or whatever social media site she's putting it on, her name, her address, her real information, and they're contacting her. Her minions are contacting her. Her minions are contacting her, and they're harassing her. Okay. Monica is the fiance, but I thought Benta was the wife of the twin. No, Monica is the fiance. Benta is the girlfriend who was pretending like she was a family member. Remember? Remember the girlfriend who was pretending like she was a family member? That's Benta. Okay? Let me take this off. She says Tay needs to be mad at her fiance and not Monica. She says that again. She feels like we are being hypocritical as an African American community because we're just sitting here laughing at what's going on and we're just letting it go on and we're not saying anything about it. She says it's hypocritical that there are millions of African American males whom are cheaters and womanizers. There are millions of native black Africans who have been robbed in the U.S. by Black Americans. So the comments are hypocritical. The difference is the Africans don't post it on YouTube or make videos. So that was her position, that y'all were being hypocrites. You weren't listening to what she had to say. You didn't care what she had to say. You just wanted to know about the sex life of her and Tay with this younger 26-year-old man. And it was just funny to you guys. And that was pretty much it. So what do y'all got to say about that? I feel like, Miss Monica, that was not what I'm saddened that that's what you got from the repack community. Because we do joke around a lot. We really do. Because, you know, we like to have fun. So it's not that people wanted to hurt your feelings, okay? But you got to remember, we're women and we're going to be honest and we're going to keep it real with you. But that doesn't mean we don't like you. That doesn't mean that, you know, we don't care about your feelings. That just means we're going to tell you the truth. Because, see, that's the problem in our community. People lie, keep the lie going. Nobody keeps it real. But here, we're going to keep it real with you. We're not gonna say, oh, Miss Monica, you had no role to play in that, when you indeed had a role to play in that. What role you had to play in that? Let me see. I don't even really know what role you had to play in that now that I think about it. Because like you said, that had nothing to do with you. So I don't know what role you had to play in it. You chose to stay with your fiance after you found out about the situation. You chose to stay in the situation. That was your choice. That's not neither here or there for us to decide. You chose to stay there. So, you know, that's your decision. That is your decision. So I don't want you to walk away thinking, oh, these people on this repack community, you know, they're a bunch of hypocrites. Because no, we're not a bunch of hypocrites. Well, some of us are. Some of them are hypocrites. But I would like to think the people who watch me, they're not hypocrites. Okay, I wouldn't describe us as hypocrites. I think a lot of people joked around a lot. I think you kind of got, you know, sensitive because it's a sensitive subject. But I think by and large, they gave you some good advice. Okay, so I do want to say I feel for you, and I know Travel with Tay Tay is a stalker and a harasser, and we're about to get to that part. We're about to get to why I had to block this broad off my YouTube channel. Okay, and if she continues to stalk and harass, if she creates a fake profile to contact me, If she continues to contact me, then I'm going to contact the police here on her because she's in the United States. So she know the United States don't play that stuff. What she did on my channel, and I got it right here, Tay Tay. I screenshot everything you said. Okay, I screenshot it. I took it off, but I still got it. You don't come on my channel and slander and defame nobody. You don't do that. You don't do that. I don't go to your channel and you won't go to mine, girlfriend. We don't play like that. And you say think you're gonna say whatever because you're in the Gambia and you don't want the prosecutor probably told you keep your mouth closed. That's why you're not making no videos. So you think you're gonna come on my channel? You think you're gonna come to my channel? Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? Who goes to somebody's house and sits on their couch and put their feet up and then talk about the guest in their house? And you thought you was gonna get that off? Girl, you just gave me more ammunition to use against you, plus that other stuff you said, those other threats you made about me. You think I don't have that information anymore? Now I blocked you. Now come for me again. Come for me one more time. One more time. Because you are the most ignorant person I've ever seen in my life. So we're going to go through these comments and then we're going to go through what this ignorant broad did. This is ignorance. This is the epitome. This. But see, Miss Monica, this is why you think we're hypocrites. This is why you think we're trash. This is why you think what you think, because you're dealing with a hypocrite and you're dealing with trash. That's why you think that. That's why you think that. That's why it's so dangerous for us to allow people like Tay Tay to go to the Gambia and represent African-American women. This woman doesn't represent us. What woman comes to somebody's channel and slings personal insults because you don't find me attractive? Think about that, y'all. Think about that. This woman is 42 years old. What 42-year-old woman is going to sit up and go to somebody's YouTube channel and sit up and talk about how much I don't like you, how much I'm not physically attracted to you, and how much I want to fight you? Girl, that's a crime in the United States of America. Do you get that? And you use the internet to do it? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? But you play right into my hands like you guys always do. You, the happy companion. Phoenix just keep her mouth shut. She knows she better keep her mouth shut. Still don't care, Monica. It wasn't about the sex. The situation was odd. And the bun, Monica, Benta, and Dusty, it's all out a lot. And you still defending it. Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. And she's nothing. Because Monica, let me tell you, a real Black woman wouldn't have been doing that. A real African-American woman, she wouldn't have been doing that. She wouldn't have been dealing with a man who got a fiance and who got a girlfriend too. Nobody's gonna do that. Going around talking about and this talking about the baby, y'all. That's no lie. 3 people have told me that. 3 people told me every month this woman was going around saying she was pregnant by this boy. 3 people told me that every single month she was saying she was pregnant. And Monica, you think this is what African American women do? You think this is what we do? This is not a representation of us. This woman lives in Section 8 housing, Miss Monica, and she doesn't have children. Something's wrong with her, okay, in my opinion, because you cannot live in Section 8 housing without children at 42 years old. There's something wrong with this woman. She's not what we are. She is not me. She does not walk the same places I walk. She has not had the same experiences I had. This woman is nothing. Nothing. But she goes over there and act like she's us and we're her. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. This woman knows I'm not playing with her. She knows that. But she get on YouTube. She in the Gambia. Why did she say all this when she was in the United States, y'all? When she was here. But she run to the Gambia and then want to go jump on my channel and insult members of my in the repack community on my channel. You thought you was going to get that off and slander somebody, accuse them of a crime, and this woman is a professional, and you're going to accuse her of a crime on my channel? Why didn't you do that on your channel, Shantae? Why didn't you do it on your channel? Why didn't you do it when you was here in the United States? Because you know what I would have done to you. But I can wait till you come back. But see, what they're going to say is, did you block her? Yes, I blocked her. Did she create a fake profile to reach out to you again? That's what I'm waiting for now, Tay-Tay. Do that. That's your next step. Do that. Because every time you up it, I'm going to up it. Don't play with me, little girl. Don't play with me, little girl. So this is what's going on, Miss Monica. You're dealing with a child inside of a grown woman's body. This woman never grew up. She never grew up. Okay? She never had a boyfriend. She never had love. She never had none of that. That's why she's so infatuated with your man, talking about, I want your man. Well, Miss Monica, let me tell you something. I don't want your man. I'm not infatuated with him, Shantae. I don't date 20-year-olds, okay? I don't. So in spite of what you think, what you find attractive, other Black women don't find that attractive, okay? So you need to quit putting out false information. But that's what you do. That's what you do. Because your whole life is false. Everything in your life is false. Everything in your life, you make it up. Because your real life is too painful to look at and tell the truth. So you make it up. You want to come on my channel and play with me, Shantae? Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. But I told you what happened when I go up to bat. You want to come on my channel and disrespect people? You want to disrespect people? You talking about pay to play, Shantae? Well, let me tell you what 3 other people told me about you, Shantae. Shantae, you and your boyfriend. That once you fired him, he refused to go on dates with you. He refused to accompany you anywhere. So to get him to go out on dates with you, you would go to the ATM and you would cash this dude out. And you said you were giving him what he was worth. So all 3 of them people are lying. Travel with Tay-Tay. These are not my words. These are not my words. How would I even know that? I'm not in the Gambia. Because people are sick of you, girl. They sick of you embarrassing us. You pay this man to go out to, every time y'all see him with her, she pays this man to go out with her. If she's not paying, he's not playing. He's not playing. And you dare to come on my channel and disrespect me and disrespect the members of my channel? Let's continue to play, Shantae. Let's continue. So let me tell you what this broad came on my channel and said. We're going to read the comment because I deleted it and I blocked her. So like I said, you come on my channel again, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to up it each time. I'm going to up it each time, okay? Because this is my YouTube channel. I have a right to say, it's the United States of America. I have a right to say whatever I want to say here. And you cannot threaten me and you cannot harass me. And you've already done that, little girl. So do it again. Do it again. You up it, I up it. Prosecutor in the Gambia, you see what type of low-life woman you're dealing with. This woman is on my channel threatening people. She's on my channel lying and slandering people. She's a liar. She's nothing but a liar. Everything she's saying about this man is probably 100% a lie, because this broad wouldn't know the truth if it came up and smacked her in the face. Every month you pray. Who does that? What 40-year-old woman does that? Play pregnancy games. This is the type of woman we dealing with. Playing pregnancy games. Pregnancy games. Y'all know the pregnancy game. Oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, I'm pregnant. This is what this broad doing. And you got the nerve to try to come on my channel and talk about people, accuse people of crime. This is the second woman you done accused of a crime. You're a liar. That's a crime too. Do y'all realize for you to accuse me of a crime that I did not commit, do you know that's a crime? Do you know that's a crime? This woman constantly files false police reports. Constantly. She make up stuff. She make up stuff. Because she's a lonely. I told y'all about the drug called loneliness. I told y'all what it do to you. She's 42 years old, y'all, begging for a baby. Every black woman watching me know right now, what's the chances of that happening? If you ain't had a baby at 42, let me tell you something, Shantae, you probably won't be having one. You probably won't be having one. If it ain't happened yet, guess what, girlfriend? It probably ain't gonna happen. And you know it ain't gonna happen. You know better than we do. So quit playing with this little boy, telling him you pregnant every month. Then you want to come on my channel. You want to come to my house, put your feet on my house, and disrespect my guests. And you think you're going to get that off? You thought you was going to get that off? You thought you was going to get that off? Really? You thought you was going to get, you knew you weren't going to get that off. You knew you wasn't. You knew you wasn't, but you had to say something because you was mad because we know the truth. We know what's going on. That this boy was having sex with all three of y'all. All three of y'all. This 26-year-old man was playing all three of y'all. Point blank, period. So don't be mad at him. Y'all knew what it was. You knew what it was. You definitely knew what it was. But you thought because you had this little bit of money, he was driving your car and never bringing it back. Did you tell the repacks that? He drive your car. You know how little young boys do. Give him your car like your son. Tell him go to the store. You know how your son go to the store, be gone for hours. Go see his friends. Go do this. Gotta what do they call floss or whatever they call it in your car. This what this young man doing to her, and she got the nerve to come on YouTube and try to be. I'm shining lights on the Gambia. Why can't the Gambians do this? Guess what, girl? They do that. Guess what? They do that. Guess what? Gambians do give back, in spite of what you think, in spite of what you thought. You saving the Gambia. You can't even save yourself. You can't even save yourself. Because if you could save yourself, you wouldn't been messing with a 26-year-old who was sleeping with a Gambian girl. And he was sleeping with another woman and sleeping with you too. Are you serious? Are you serious? How can you even hold your head up and think you're going to come on my channel and tell me how much you don't like me, how I'm not personally attracted to you? Am I supposed to care? That's the question you need to ask herself. Does Kiki Loves Nigeria even care what I think? No. But what you will not do, you will not come to my house to disrespect me. That's what you will not do. That's what you will not do. Monica needs to find something more meaningful. Okay, yeah, I got to get back to that. I need to finish these. Okay, so we're gonna read this. This is what she said that I had to delete and block her, because y'all know I only had to delete and block. This is the second person other than my ex who trolls me. Had to get a court order against him too, because these people are sick. They get mad because you don't want to, because you won't be their friend. So they want to troll you on YouTube. They want to troll you on YouTube. And court orders like that are very easy to get in the United States because they don't play that. Because they know how this stuff really leads to problems and issues. What she's doing, it leads to problems and issues. So it said this woman actually came on my channel. It said, I'm not going to read y'all the personal insults or the slanderous comment. I took those out and I put words to what they were. It says, hey, and this was her attempt at a personal insult. She was talking to me about my physical appearance, of course. She says, if I'm broke, then how can I pay someone? Not that I don't pay him. Not that I don't take care of him. Not that I don't give him money. Her argument is, if I'm broke, how can I give him money? And I give him money because everybody know I give him money. Because he ain't going to be bothered with me if I don't give him money because I pay to play. And I'm the #1 player, the #1 payer in the pay to play game. And we all know that with your Cadillac truck. Now, how do I know it's a Cadillac truck? You think everybody wants you because of that Cadillac truck? See, that's another thing. This is how you know this person got a problem and she's not a grown adult. A Cadillac truck makes you who you are. You got nothing on the inside, girl. You're bankrupt on the inside. You're morally bankrupt. You're spiritually bankrupt. But you want to talk about your credit score. But your soul, what about your soul? Your soul is 0. Your soul is bankrupt. What is wrong with you? You need to go hide under a rock and get your life together. Because you messing with the wrong person, little girl. You messing with the wrong person, okay? Now let me finish. So she says, basically she pays him so she's not broke. I'm not broke because I can afford to pay him. She says, girl, your detective skills are trash. This is what I'm saying. You come on here to comment and you don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not no detective, girl. I don't go looking for this information. People write me about you. That's how much they can't stand you. That's how much they don't like you. I don't have to look for nothing. It comes to me. People write me. This woman wrote me about you. Every woman where I get information from about you, they wrote me only one time, and it's not detective. It's called research. There's a difference, but you probably don't know the difference between the two. When I was doing my research was the only time I looked for information about you. After that, honey, it came to me. So get it straight. I don't look for anything. I don't have to. I sit here and it comes to me. But tell Monica to hop on a plane because court is Monday and I'm testifying. So let's stop right there. What does that mean? Monica, hop on a plane. Is that another threat? Is that another threat? So are you threatening Monica also? You telling her to hop on a plane because you're in the Gambia and you're testifying Monday. Does the prosecutor know that on Friday you're on my channel making petty threats? Does the prosecutor know that? Probably not. Making slanderous statements, trying to defame this professional woman's character. Girl, that's a crime here. You know you can't do that in the United States. But one more time, because I know what I got to do. I got to block you. I got to show I blocked you. I got to have this. And I got to have all the other ones, and I got them all. You know I do. They're all over here. One more attempt, that's all I need after I blocked you. And that's stalking and harassment. So play with me. Travel with Tay Tay. So let's finish. She says, Monica, this is what you mad at, Miss Monica. You're mad because You're jealous because she looks better than you. Now think about this, people. Think about this. Miss Monica's mad. She's doing all this, writing me. And y'all seen the stacks that she writes me. Y'all see the emails. All this pain this woman is going through, because this woman is in pain. All this pain this woman is going through, and Travel with Tay Tay want us to believe it's because she's jealous, because Travel with Tay Tay looks better than her. This is the maturity level of this woman. This is a very dangerous woman in our repat community. A very dangerous woman. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. She says, she's talking about me. She says, I have no life. You clearly don't have a man to be talking about my life for almost 3 hours. Well, let's clear something up here, Travel with Tay Tay. You're right. I don't have a man. I have a husband. I have a husband. And that's different than a man. But you wouldn't know because you've never had one of them. So you wouldn't know. And number 2, he respects what I do on YouTube. He understands the importance of rooting out people like you from our repat community. So he doesn't mind when I'm on here for 3 hours telling truth, because that's what you're supposed to do. But you wouldn't know anything about that. He's quite proud of me, actually. But you wouldn't know anything about that because you pay to play, girlfriend. That's why you think people have a man. We don't have men on this channel. We have husbands. There's a difference. Learn about it. So let's finish. After she tells me that, she says, dang, you're sad. But you sat here and you watched me for 3 hours. And after you watched me for 3 hours, you wrote me a book. You wrote me a book. Okay? After you watched me for 3 hours. So I'll say mission accomplished. Okay? So she said, then she goes back to Nia. This is the person she's talking about, y'all. Nia. Because she didn't like Tania's comments. So this is how dangerous this person is to the repat community. This is how dangerous she is. So she decides, I don't like what Tania has said. I don't like Tania's comments. So I'm going to attack Tania. I'm going to try to destroy her credibility. I'm going to try to destroy who she is as a person. This is what a low down dirty broad this is. So let me finish. Let me read what she said about Tania. She says, Tania, you have no life either. Then she accuses Tania. This is their slanderous statement, a criminal slanderous statement. She accuses Tania of a crime right after that statement, okay? Which I'm not going to read you that. And she said, that's why you were so mad at my comments. Then she goes on to accuse her, to elaborate on this crime she accuses her of. And she says, no, excuse me. She starts to talk about, again, she loves to talk about women's personal appearance and how she's not attracted to us. So now after she accused Tania of a crime, she begins to attack Tania's personal appearance. Okay? She does that. I'm not going to read you that. She said, you called me and you told me your personal business. Okay, y'all, now think about that. We all got girlfriends. We all got friends. Women that we call and we talk to and tell our personal business to. Okay? Now just imagine, I'm telling you my personal business. You get mad at some comments that I make on YouTube about how I feel about something, and then you go to the comment section and you turn on me and you start telling personal things that I told you about. This is the type of woman Travel with Tay Tay is. This is the type of woman we're dealing with. And we're supposed to believe that this man stole something from her. I don't believe none of that. She's lying. I don't believe none of that. If anything, she organizes break in herself to try to get money so she could light up the Gambia. She saw everybody else do it. She saw Phoenix do it. She see the Happy Companion do it. She see whoever else do it. They do it all the time. They all have break-ins. They all get money. They have a break-in party. I don't know if the Happy Companion had a break-in. I take that back. I don't think he did. I don't think, no, he didn't have no break-in party. Sorry, Happy Companion. Don't want to lie on you. But she's seen the other people do it. So she figured she gonna do it. She get dude to help her. Dude ride or die. He like, okay, whatever. I ain't gonna do nothing. You the one doing all of this. You the one saying all of this. Because if she conspired to smuggle drugs to the Gambia, you think she won't do this? You think she won't do that? You think she won't lie? You think she won't conspire to have her house broken into? Break in her own house? Steal some trash? You see they didn't tear it up. To do just what Binta said. So she could get donations. So she can get donations. Because none of it makes sense. This boy got a family, and I don't care. Oh, he was not cool with his family. I don't care. I know African families. I don't care how not cool you are. They're not going to see you without. They are not going to see their own seed beg bread. They're not. So you want me to believe this boy is connected, this young man is connected to this family, his sister, that they look just alike. She gonna leave him out in the cold? Say the daddy is bad, but y'all want me to believe the sister too. The sister gonna leave him out in the cold. The sister gonna turn her back on him. No, y'all. African families don't work like that. They don't work like that. They don't work like that. This young man got hooked up with a devil. He got hooked up with a devil, and he didn't even know it. He didn't even know it. He thought she was cool, and he thought she was fun, because you know he young. Y'all know how young men are. Thought she was cool, thought she was fun, thought this was an adventure. This was an adventure. Gambian women ain't running around acting like her. Monica ain't running around acting like her. Binta ain't running around acting like her. So this was an adventure. This was an adventure. Until she realized she was never going to be the woman. Until she realized he wasn't never going to marry her. Until she realized he was never going to do nothing but get paid every time he played. So let's finish. She want to insult. She want to come on my channel. We're going to tell the facts. We're going to tell the facts. These are the facts, ma'am. We're not talking about how you look, Shantae. I know how you look. I know how you look for real. Since you want Tania to talk about how she looked, I know how you look for real. This is how I always look, honey. I look like this for real, for real. For real, for real. Okay? Whether I exercise faithfully for hours every day or whether I don't, I look like this. Okay? But I know how you look. I don't talk about you. I don't come on here and talk about how you look. I don't come on here and talk about how you have no children, how you've never been married. I don't come on here and talk about that. But I had to. Because you want to present yourself as an authority over women who have husbands and women who have children. And you want to pass judgment on their lives like you did Dima. But what child do you have? You accuse that woman of a crime. Gambian prosecutor, don't you see a pattern? She accused that woman of a crime. Where was her proof? Where was her proof? And if it was such a crime, Gambian prosecutor, why did she report it to you? For some reason, she didn't like Neodima anymore. This is only what I'm thinking. So I'm going to slanderize. I'm going to go and slander her name. And I'm going to accuse her of a crime too. Because this is what she does. This is what she does. This is called her. That's harassing and stalking. So then let's finish. So she keeps on talking about Tania. She says, you called and told me all your personal business when I said something about blankety blank, 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 her slanderous statement again. She slandered Tania and defamed Tania's character 3 times. 3 times. Tania, you should get a lawyer and you should sue this broad for defamation. Okay? Because I have it right here, Tania, and I will help you do it. Gladly. 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 Because this is the United States of America, and defamation is when you knowingly lie on someone. This is a lie. This is a lie. She has no proof of this crime ever occurred that she's accusing Tania of. She makes her little slanderous statement then, her little slanderous statement, and she says you got mad. But why? Like she has some hot information. Like she has some hot information when she's just slandered this woman and lied all over this woman's name. Just like she did Neodima. Lied all over her. Slandered Neodima's name. Defamed Neodima's character. That is a lie. When you know that it's a lie, when you know there's a possibility this is a lie, that's defamation. There's a great possibilities. Anybody would look at this and say, well, where's the proof? You're accusing her of this crime. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? You produce no proof. You produce no receipts other than what you say. A woman who has no husband, never had one, and who has no kids and never had one. But you're an expert. So then she goes on to say, why don't we do something? Now this is the violence. This woman is so stupid. Just stupid. Her comment, her thinking is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. She says, I said something about it. Why don't we do something about this? Then she uses her slanderous statements again about Tania. Oh, okay, I'm reading that again. You got mad. Okay, I read that. So she says that. Then she says, why don't we do something constructive? Guess what she says, y'all? Let's have a youth boxing match for charity. Not let's open up a school in the Gambia. Not let's put our money together and our intellectual resources together. Tania and I put together, and that's 4 master degrees. That's 4. That's 4 masters with just between 2 people. She's not talking about let's put our brains together, let's put our money together, let's build a school in the Gambia, let's educate women in the Gambia, let's educate kids in the Gambia. Because remember, she's supposed to be a teacher. Remember? Another lie she told. A teacher who promotes violence. Really? Really? In what state in the United States are you a teacher and you promote violence? Then she says, let's have a youth boxing match for charity. So let's watch the kids do violence to each other in the name of the sport of boxing, because we're mature African American women. You see what I'm saying? This is how this woman is representing us in the Gambia. This is how this woman is representing us in the Gambia. Monica's not even from the Gambia. She don't know no African American women. She know Tay-Tay. She think we all like that. She think this is how we behave. This is not okay, people. This is not okay. This is not okay. Then she says, what's good? Then she calls me her other attempt at a personal insult, that she's not attracted to me, personally attracted to me. Because remember, it's nothing she can say about my credibility. There's nothing she can say about my professional skills. It's nothing she can say about me at all, other than the fact that she doesn't find me personally attractive. And this is a grown 42-year-old woman. So after she goes on to tell how she does not find me personally attractive, she says, don't worry, Monica. When this case is over, I'm going to tell more. You're the reason your fiance bail was revoked. You sent the evidence, remember? Yet you're still out there trying to save him, but hurt him in the process. Hurting him in the process. Your self-esteem must be trash. Now, just think about that. This is this man's fiance. He apologizing to her. He ain't talking to you. He apologizing to her. You paying him to even go to the corner store for you. If you want him to go to the corner store, you got to cash this dude out. You got to cash him out. And that's for real. And we all know that. You come on my channel to call me, to tell me how much you find me not attractive personally. But you can't say nothing about the facts that I present daily, weekly about you and your credibility and your character, your moral character and your credibility as a human being. Forget a Black woman, as a human being. You don't say anything about that. You just say how much you don't find me attractive. Are you serious? And then you say that Monica has low self-esteem. She's the one with low self-esteem. Tay-Tay, you don't believe that. And you know you don't believe that. But then again, in all fairness, maybe you don't know what self-esteem is. Ma'am, I suggest you Google self-esteem and understand what self-esteem means. In the words of Cat Williams, it means to be in esteem of yourself. And you are not that. Because somebody who had esteem for themselves, they would have never came on my channel and did all of this. You don't have no esteem for yourself. You don't even have respect for yourself. Because a respectable woman, a 42-year-old woman, is not going to lay down with a 26-year-old man. She's not going to do that. And that's her boyfriend. That's not your husband, ma'am. That's your boyfriend. That ain't even your boyfriend. That ain't even your boyfriend. And nobody would even care if you weren't as a messed up person as you are. Nobody would even care. But you got to put your business out there. You got to put his business out there. You got to put everybody's business out there. Because you ain't got no business. This is it. Without this, you don't have nothing. Because who's going to go back to the Gambia and fight over stuff that's nothing? A secondhand laptop, a secondhand hard drive. Who's going to fly all the way back to the Gambia for that? You think the dude is going to contact you. That's what she think, y'all. She think dude going to contact her. Yeah, I thought so too, accountability a little bit. I sure did. I didn't read y'all everything, but accountability, I just read that comment. Yeah. That's why I had to quit reading them, because I was You know how you get that feeling, accountability, like, uh-oh, uh-oh. Yeah, yeah. So, what was I saying? We were saying that about, no, you the one with low self-esteem and you the one with trash. So we're going to stop right. Well, I might as well finish it now. Okay, she says, but I do agree with Tania about Monica taking care of a man. She wanted him so bad that she was sweating me. Monica, she calls her Benna, his family are all in another personal attack on Monica, on Benna, and on his family. His family that she wanted to be a part of, y'all. She was begging to be a part of this family. She wanted to be a part of this family so bad. And she said, oh, they rejected me because of my age. Girl, they didn't reject you because of your age. They rejected you because you was ignorant. Because you was ignorant. Your age didn't have nothing to do with it. It was your ignorance. It was your rudeness. It was your disrespectfulness. And now because they rejected you, you're going to come on think you're going to come to my house and talk about these people? Why didn't you put this on your channel? You got a channel. You got way more subscribers than me. You got twice as many subscribers as I do. Why would you put it on my channel? Because you don't want the prosecutor to see the dirt that you're doing. You don't want the prosecutor to know what you're doing behind their back. That you are a liar. That you are an instigator. That you are a troublemaker. You are all those things that Monica are saying about you. You are all of that. You are all those things that the research said about you. You are a bully. You have a bad reputation. You have a terrible reputation. You're all of that. And you pay to play. You participate in sex. That is the definition of sex tourism, baby girl, is you pay to play. And you do. That is not your husband. That ain't even your fiance. That ain't even your man. You having unprotected sex with a man who has sex with 3 different women. And you opening your legs to him. And you think somebody care about what goes on between your legs? Girl, no. We don't even want to know. We don't even want to know. So you could have kept that disgusting comment to yourself. I don't care about that. What I care about is how you represent African-American women. That's what I care about. I don't care about a woman who opened up her legs to anything and anybody. I don't care about that. I don't even want to think about that. So let's look at y'all comments. Let's look at y'all comments and see what y'all got to say. Monica sounds racist. Some of the comments to me were coming off. Some of the things, Monica, that you were saying, they were coming off like that. They was giving me that impression too. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, Monica. You know, like, I mean, I don't know. That's how they was coming off. Maybe you didn't mean it like that, but just some of the stuff, like when you were saying African Americans are hypocritical and African Americans do this and just some of that stuff just sound like, it just kind of came off not too cool. Not too cool. That's why I wasn't even trying to read all that stuff, because it just wasn't coming off good. I feel she is. She just, oh. Well, there y'all go. There y'all go. That's why she mad. You are just ready to move on, Monica. You were a day late and $1 short. Okay, y'all. And y'all slander each other. Yes, they do. They did. They were slandering each other. You're right. Exactly. They were slandering each other. Exactly. And that's why I had to say something about that, because I was like, you need to just let that go, Monica. What about the Section 8 being the most vulnerable? Yeah. What about the Section 8 being it is for the most vulnerable. Mental illness is never funny, but it would explain. Yes, exactly. And that's what Section 8 house, and it's not a Section 8 certificate. She lives in Section 8 housing, an apartment complex. And it is for the most vulnerable people in our population. And she's going on love escapades in the Gambia, sex escapades. While people need, it's a housing shortage. Affordable housing is so hard to get in the United States right now. And I can't believe she's doing this. But it does explain it. It does explain it. I really think there's something wrong. I'm serious, y'all. I'm really serious. I think there's something wrong. I think there's something wrong because no normal person, this behavior doesn't even make sense. To come on my channel and commit all these crimes and do it in front of God and everybody. And she thought I was going to let it stay up there. Why would you even think I was going to let it stay up there? Why would you be paying this man to have sex with you? And then you try to act like you're not. Why would you be doing any of that? And talking about you got to give people what they worth. What? What kind of sense does that make? None of this makes any sense. I'm telling you, none of it. Then you're going to say he robbed you? No, I think they did it together. I'm trying to find the comments, y'all. That's what I think. I think. I'm telling y'all, that's what I think. I think she wanted to do a robbery. This is what I think. Shantae, this is my personal opinion, not detective skills. I think she wanted to do a robbery, okay? So she could get money. I think she got dude to help her, okay? And I think dude was just helping her because, he young. And I think it didn't go the way she wanted it to go. That's what I seriously think. Yeah, that's what I seriously think. That's what I seriously think. Because, okay, where are we at? That's what I seriously think. Because this is ridiculous. Because you knew this man was with Monica. You knew, and then you knew about Benta. Because remember, she was talking about Benta. So you knew all that, but you was still sleeping with this man. Talking about you trying to get pregnant. Every month you talking about I got to get a pregnancy test. I'm pregnant. This is not a normal person. This is not. This is not a normal person. Not at all. Not at all. But you know what? Let me tell y'all this. She, like my grandma say, you can play crazy if you want to. You can play crazy if you want to, honey. But you better keep them games away from me. You better keep them games away from me, okay? You better keep them games away from me. You should have never came on my channel and did what you did today, last night. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm almost there. Okay, here we go. Maddie belongs to all the women in the Gambia. He is not committed to any of them. And I believe that. I believe that. I truly believe that. So why get mad at him? Why would we get mad at him when he's just doing what a 26-year-old does and you letting him do it? Y'all letting him do that. All three of y'all letting him do it. So what is there to be mad at? Only person who got mad is Shantae because she thought if she gave it to him enough, paid him enough money, gave it to him enough, he was going to be with her. He was going to leave Monica and be with her. This has gone too far. We are our own worst enemy. Yeah, we are. We are. We are our own worst enemy. It has gone too far. I couldn't believe she did that. Yeah, Tanya, I'm sorry, I haven't followed this story very closely. Yeah, we have gone too far. That was a low blow. So basically, any of y'all who on here commenting, and you say something she don't like, she can come for you. She can come for you. She can attack you. She can lie on you. She can try to ruin your character. No, we don't play like that. We don't play like that over here. Honey, we work over here. We're professional. We for real on this side, okay? We're not what you do. We don't make up stuff and become that, okay? So you keep that little trolling stuff to yourself, okay? Maddie for the streets. What? Women's, yeah, that was something like that, Miss Millie. She wasn't talking about doing nothing like that. No, let's organize a boxing match. Are you serious? Are you seeing the plight of women in that country? But she don't care about them, honey. All she care about is she riding around in that little Escalade, Cadillac Escalade truck. That's all she care about. She riding around with the little young boys, young men, riding them around. They ride using her truck, doing whatever. That's what she care about. That the young boys think she got a little bit of money. That she's seen by the young boys. That's all she care about. That's how she representing us over there. Making us just look bad. A woman's institution, no. Women's institution, no. She ain't gonna do that. Why did I erase it? Because it had things in there about Tania, and I was not gonna let that stand. There was things in there about Tania. There was things in there about Maddie's family. There was comments and insults about Maddie's family on there. No, that was too slanderous, and it was too inflammatory. And these are statements about people. Tania is on YouTube, but she don't have no YouTube channel. She just comments. She's commenting. Why would no? What makes that okay for you to do that? And you talk to her on the phone, so that makes that okay? So that's why I took them down. I took them down because it was comments on here about Monica. It was comments on here about Tania, and it was comments on here about Maddie's family. And like I said, these are slanderous and inflammatory comments, and I was not going to leave that. That trash can't stay on my channel. Accountability. I don't have trash on my channel. No. That's trash. That was trash. Nobody wants to hear her rant. Could you put it on your channel, Tay Tay? Go put it on your channel. Go do that on your channel. We don't do that over here. Like I told her, we sling facts on this channel. We don't sling insults. I'm not going to let a whole thing of insults of people who have nothing and who just comment. What do his family got to do with it? That's how you know it's more to the story than what she's telling us. What if it's really about the theft and the robbery? What does his family have to do with it? Why come on my channel to insult his family? Why do that if it's about the break-in? Because it's not about the break-in. It's about she didn't want me. It's about he didn't want me. It's about I'm rejected again. Some other man doesn't want me. That's what it's about. That's what this is all about. He don't want me. She thought she could buy him and she couldn't. No need to apologize, but Shantae White is malicious and a very bitter person. Yep, she sure is. She just shouldn't have included me in the smear campaign because I don't agree with everything she says. Exactly. And you have a right to disagree because this is America. And we can do that. And you have a right to say what you say without somebody attacking you on a public forum on social media and try to ruin your credibility, ruin your character. Are you serious? I can't believe she said those things. But that's how you know this woman is not a professional in no shape, form, or fashion. I'm starting to even doubt she got a 2-year degree. Because somebody with a 2-year degree wouldn't even done that. I watched some of the lemonade stand. Tula T says to Tania, I said the lemonade stand, y'all. The lemonade video, but I was disappointed. Not for me. She just a little, that's just her. But she's hurting too. You know, she's a person who's in a lot of pain. But see, she can't heal because she can't get past her pain. And she's too busy lashing out with that pain at everybody else. Tula T is very disappointing, but she's shown who she is time and time again. And that's what I'm telling y'all. When I first started this talking about the Dusty Divas, people, oh, you just want to start trouble. Oh, why would you say that about them? Oh, why would you say? And y'all see, it's true. Everything I said about Shantae White, whatever her name is true. Everything I said about Travel with Tay Tay is true. Travel with Tay Tay will pretend to be your friend only to get information about you, to betray you. Who did they do that to? Quasi Boyd. Quasi Boyd. They did it to him. This is their modus of operandi. This is what they do. I'm going to pretend to be your friend. I'm going to get in good with you. Then I'm going to get to know whatever I can about you. And then as soon as you don't do what I want you to do, or as soon as you don't say what I want you to say, I'm going to betray you and I'm going to use it against you. Just what I told y'all. And that's just what they did to him. Oh my God, that's nuts to me. Maybe she needs to have meds. She ain't on them. If she was on her meds, she wouldn't be doing this. Monica not used to her white privileges. Not working. Y'all, all of them are a mess. Even Tay. Yes, it is a mess. It is a mess. It is a mess. It's a mess because nobody bows out. Nobody bowed out gracefully. Everybody's still pulling at this boy. And it's so sad. I feel sorry for Maddie because all three of them still pulling at him. All three of them still pulling at this man. He could have any one of them if he wanted. Tay Tay, he could have her right now if he wanted her. All he got to do is call her. He's still with Monica. She forgave him. And Benna, I know he's still with her too. But what can you do? If that's the life they want to live, that's the life they want to live. But Tay Tay, don't be coming in front of no camera on YouTube calling yourself a leader. You running a big nonprofit. You collecting money for the Gambia. You going to rebuild the Gambia when you can't even build your life. Girl, sit down. Sit down and not in the front row. Sit in the back till you learn something. And keep your mouth closed. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to read this comment. She says, Tula T, first she must admit she has a problem when she feels her behavior is normal. No, she doesn't, Tania. Please don't tell me this woman thinks her behavior is normal for a middle-aged woman. Grown women don't act like that. I think teenagers might act like that. I think maybe some 20-year-olds act like that, but grown women don't act. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. Tania, hi. I don't know what happened, but I know you can handle yourself against these people. Right. No. What happened was she commented, Anonymous. She commented. That's what happened. She commented on a video last week. Travel with Tay Tay didn't like what she said. So she went on a smear campaign to destroy Tania's credibility and her reputation. Okay, now you just watch every time Tania comments on channels that are not my channel, because she can't come on my channel and comment at all. Once you want to say something about me, that's different. But you're not gonna come on here and talk about the people who watch my channel and who comment on my channel. That you will not do. That you will not do. No, you will not do that. So she's gonna go where she can still comment and watch her start trolling Tania. Watch. Because she mad at her. She mad at her, honey. She says, I'm not worried about Tay Tay. Right, Tay Tay. What's the next one? Because that's all she has is her little trolling skills. She can't do nothing else other than that. Hello, okay, we read that one. Yeah, she says, Tania, T says, Tania, that's sad. Yeah, it is sad. That's real sad. These messages sound petty, Tay-Tay, and materialistic. They are. Because that's what she is. Petty and materialistic, honey. You ain't heard her talk? She's petty and materialistic. Hey, Mitch, what can I get some prayers for my pray at church tomorrow? I fell down the stairs while mopping yesterday. And the mop. Okay. We're going to skip past that. Tay Tay, are you broken? I believe therapy will help you seek it. Yeah, but part of therapy, the biggest thing, Robin, is that you got to say, I got a problem. I'm sorry if y'all hear all that noise. My son just came in the house. You got to say you got a problem. You got to say I need help. She doesn't think she needs help. She thinks she think I got a problem. She think Tania got a problem. She think Monica got a problem. She think everybody got a problem but her. So people like that, therapy don't do nothing for them. Yeah, spits truth and the truth hurts. And and that's when I was in Cameroon, that's what they told me. They always told me, they said the truth is bitter, but the truth must be spoken. Yep, they always said the truth is bitter, but the truth must be spoken. And that's true. People don't want to hear the truth. I'm sorry, I'm blocking this person because this person is some kind of troll, some kind of sick, twisted troll. I'm blocking that to get that comment out there. Okay. When I was in Cameroon, I used to talk, just the way I talk now about different issues. And, they used to always tell me that they really admired me for, speaking the truth the way I do. But they said, but Kiki, if you would have grown up in Cameroon, you would have been dead by now. And I said, what? And they said, yeah, you would have been dead by now. And I said, why? Why would you say something like that? Guess what they said? They said, because people don't like people who speak the truth. They don't like that. So the people who speak the truth in Cameroon, they usually die young and they're usually poisoned. He said they would poison you. That's what they do to people like you. They poison you because they don't want to hear the truth. But the truth has to be spoken. It has to be. It has to be. When I heard what she said about Neodima, I never watched her again. It was malicious, and I saw a different side. And that's what, yes. And so you seen what she said about Nima, okay? So just imagine what she was saying about Tania. It was worse than that. And it was in the comment section. So anybody coming on this channel, now just imagine anybody coming on this channel don't know Tania from a hole in the wall, from nothing, don't know her at all. Come on this channel, see the comments. Oh, this Tania lady? Oh my God, who is Tania? Monica, what? Monica, this? Come on. No. And then his family? Oh, his family is like that? Oh, for real? Who is his family? Oh, we know who his family is. Oh, she's like that? I'm not doing that. You won't use my channel for that, girl. Go sit down somewhere. Go put that nonsense. Go put the slanderous, defamation, lying statements on your channel so the prosecutor can see what a liar, slanderer, defamer you are. Okay? No, it's not okay. No, it's never okay. Yeah, Tay Tay's 42. Well, she said she was 42. Yeah, Tay Tay's 42. She said she was 42. Tay Tay she does. Her soul is ruined. Something happened to her, y'all. I'm for real. When she was young, and she just, like Tania just says, her soul was ruined. Whatever whatever happened to her when she was young, it just made all this light inside of here become dark. And it's so darkened now that she doesn't even know what to do. She can't even see the light. She can't even feel the light. She's gonna have to go to some native doctor to heal her. And she's 42. I don't think she's gonna change. Because let me tell you, in West African spirituality, this is the truth. They don't consider you an adult till you're 40 years old. So they feel like everyone can change up to that 40-year-old mark, okay? And at 40-year-old, anything you do before 40, they don't even hold you accountable because they feel like you're a child until you turn 40, okay? This woman is 42. The ancestors are holding her, all this she did on my channel, the ancestors are holding her accountable for that. All she's doing with Maddie, if that's how you pronounce his name, This dude, she's supposed to be guiding this dude. She's an elder to this dude, okay? Even if she's in a relationship with him, she's supposed to be a positive force in this relationship. She's not supposed to be leading this dude astray. She's older than him. She's supposed to be guiding him along his way, helping him along his way. Not paying him to play with her. They hold her accountable for that. You leading this young man astray. You're not guiding him. You cause discord among the brethren. You lie on people. You attack people. They're holding her accountable for that. So you know what? She will answer for all of that. All of that. Everything she's done. Everything she does. But even though we are no longer friends, I never lied or told her personal information or threatened to do so. She's just showing her lack of character. Yes, because she never told me anything. She never, and just think, if she wanted to attack her, betray her the way she did Tania, Tania could have easily told me whatever she wanted to tell me, but she didn't. She didn't. She didn't do that. But Tay sure betrayed Tania as soon as she got a chance. But to this day, Tania's never betrayed you, Tay. Never. 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 Even when this situation, when Monica was contacting me, Tania knew about it. Tania knew all about it. She the one was telling, she didn't want me to do the story. She was still trying to be your friend when you wasn't a friend to her. She was still trying to be your friend because she knew what a scandal and what embarrassment this was. But she didn't tell me your side of the story, honey. She didn't tell me none of that. She didn't tell me none of your business. But you sure went on my channel and tried to told a bunch of lies about her. You tried to destroy this woman's reputation, and that was not cool with me. That is not cool with nobody. Now I see why she's coming out on you. Yes, that's why. That's why. See, that's why I told you. I think what happened when she saw Tania on my show commenting, she didn't like that. She didn't like that. Because I told y'all, if you talk to me, you can't talk to them because they're clickety click click like that. Them people got a problem. They got a serious problem. So after that, she turns on Tania. So I'm going to destroy Tania now. I'm going to destroy her. Girl, you can't please. I can't even believe she did that. Well, that would explain how Tay got all that money when she went to the Gambia. You know, they have grants set aside for people with certain disabilities to return to school to help them improve their life. I didn't even know that. Because I was wondering how she got so much money to go. Well, I mean, I got money to go to school, but they would give the money to the school. They wasn't giving it to me. So I wonder what kind of school she went to that they actually gave her the money for the school. That don't make sense to me. How she got it, unless they paid the school and she got the, I don't know. I'm sure it was some scam way she figured it out. Maybe it was an international school and she told them she had to take the money to them. I don't know. If she did that, then I'm shaking my head. Yeah, well, she did, yeah. Well, she went there with school money. She did the drug transaction with Phoenix's daughter with school money, with federal loan money. She did all of that. I'm pretty much an open book. I'm a human, but I don't co-sign on BS, friend or not. Exactly. Exactly. So that was it. That's what she mad at. That's why she got blocked. That was her reply to our show, and that was my reply to her, that I blocked her. And if she keep on, I'm gonna get her for stalking and harassment, just like the Happy Companion. But I had to at least block her first.
I didn't realize y'all were former friends. I tried helping her after her initial fallout with Quasi. She's a user. Yeah, I told y'all. I could have told you that. They used him. Quasi and Art, I still don't understand how Tay destroyed them so quickly. And with just her, it was with just her no, it wasn't just her loudness. It was when they got there. Phoenix went through. It wasn't just them. It was an international. That was an international takedown. That was an international takedown. It seemed like Art had already been starting to break down because, like I said, you can't stay in Africa too long without getting a break, especially if it's your first time, because you'll become cynical. It seemed like she had started becoming cynical. Her and Quasi looked like they were pulling away from each other. They were having difficulties in their business relationship. It wasn't working. Quasi was going this way. She was going that way, and I think it had already started breaking down. And when Phoenix got there and she got the information and people there were in her ear, I think that's when it just all was like, it just really started to just fall apart. That's why it was, and then she had the investors. She had all the people's email addresses. She had everybody's information. So it just all just fell apart real quick. And the question is, why were we so real as a people? Why were we so quick to believe that this was true? Remember the lady, the disabled lady, the lady with the disabled daughter who was coming to stay at Hotel Hell, but they never showed up? What happened to them? What happened to all these people? Now I'm hearing about other people who were Quasi Boys repassed that I didn't even know knew Quasi Boy, because they all sided with Phoenix and traveled with Tay Tay when they got there. They didn't even look for the facts. They just sided with them too and believed them. It's a lot of people Quasi helped to come over there, but they wouldn't tell you that. They want y'all to keep thinking that this man is some kind of scammer. She took him to court. Where's that? The court said he wasn't scamming nobody. Y'all, so now y'all think the Gambian court is lying? They lying too, huh? Damn, a lot happens in a week. I had no idea. Yeah, that's why I try to be doing shot. Yeah, I can't plan no show because this is what happens. This just what happened out of nowhere. We were going to talk about something else, and then just out of nowhere, I get a message, a notification. You got a comment. I like to reply to the comments. I feel like if you take the time to comment, I'm going to take the time to reply. And I went and I see this comment from this woman. I said, I know. At 9:30 at night, I said, I know. This broad did not just write this did not come to my house and disrespect my house like this. And I'll be doggone, she did. So that's what happened. Not saying I fully agree with them, but they had good intentions, right? They had good intentions. I think so too. So signs up for classes. She signs up for classes, then drops them. Okay, so she signed, but that's after the drop and add period, right? So what happens to the money? Does the money go to the school or does the money go to her? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How is she getting access to the money when the money go to the school? Because there's an add and drop period where you can get the drop period where you get the 100% refund. If you drop before a certain day, you get 100% refund, right? So maybe that's how she did it. Maybe that's how she did it. But I don't know. I ain't scamming no. I don't mess with the feds though. I don't mess with them. Thank you for explaining, Kiki. Oh, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for telling me thank you. Refund to her. Oh, okay. So that's how she did it. That's exactly how she did it. The schools I was going to wasn't giving there wasn't no refund to her. They wouldn't refund. They would give you after the money was paid, after all my classes were paid, All my fees were paid. All my books were paid. Then they gave me whatever was left. But they, except graduate school was the same way. They would pay your classes, and then whatever was left. But I don't know how she was keeping money. I don't know how she was doing that. Even with the assistantship, that money didn't come to me. That money went to the school. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? So it went to the school. It didn't go to me. All right, y'all. Anything else? Hi, Miss Kiki. Good vibes. Good. I'm so glad it's good vibes because I just was I wasn't having no good vibes about this girl. I was mad about this, man. I was really upset because I feel like everybody has everybody got a right to say what they want to say. And you shouldn't be attacked for that. You should not be attacked for that. Like my mother told me, she said something to me. She said, you know what? The only time you get upset is when you feel like you are not being heard. That is the only time you get upset. When I would be upset or be mad, she would say, oh, somebody's not listening to you. Somebody's not hearing what you got to say. So that's why I always want to leave my channel or anybody around me or anybody who could come in my presence. They'll be able to freely speak their truth, freely say whatever they want to say. Freedom of speech, I believe in that 100%. I may not agree with what you say, but you still got a right to say. Kiki, with my nephew, he dropped the classes and they refunded him the money to him in the form of a check. And then he had to refund. Oh, that's probably how she did it then. Because I was going to school for real, so I don't know. I was going to school for real. I was trying to graduate. I was trying to graduate as much as I can and as fast as I can. So I don't know. But okay, y'all, that is all we got. Oh my God, we was on here again 2 hours and 46 minutes. That's all we got for tonight. I don't even want to make promises about what we're going to talk about next week because we don't know what's going to happen. Because y'all know something going to happen. Because Travel with Tay Tay is on one. Especially after this video, she's going to be really heated. So, it's your turn, Travel with Tay Tay. It's your turn. You at back now, homie. You at back now, homie. So let's see what you gonna do. So hey, but what you better not do is you better not try to contact me. You better not do that. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Oh, wait a minute. I see some comments pop up here. Don't look at y'all last comments. Thank you and good night. And good night to you. And I'll be in touch, okay? I've been busy working on the show because this take a lot, honey. It take a lot. It take hours. Monica isn't white. That's right. Monica's African. Monica works. Shantae Marie White focus on him. She targets him and leave right. Focus on him. Focus on Maddie. Shantae. Focus on Maddie. That's who you need to focus on. Him. He did you wrong. Not Miss Monica. Not Benta. Not Tania. Not me. That's 4 or 5 people I just named don't have nothing to do with it. He did you. He didn't do you wrong because you knew what it was. You just thought you was gonna make it more than what it was. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, what else she said? Okay. Shantae Marie White created indicated circus. Yep, she did. You created this yourself because you're right. Because we wouldn't even know. We wouldn't have even known. Tay Tay, crack is whack. Crack is whack. Crack is whack. Huh. Honey, stay away from crack. Because crack is whack. because I don't know what y'all own over there, but y'all own something. Have a great evening, Miss Kiki. You too, Miss Deborah. Oh, am I saying it wrong? Is it Deborah? I think it's Deborah. I would. Oh, you never seen Maddie? Okay. Do you know who Renee Marcus is? You know her. Go on her channel, okay? And we know Renee Marcus makes T-shirts, okay? She sells T-shirts. So go look for one of her T-shirts. Like at the end of her videos, at the beginning of her videos, she has these T-shirt commercials. You'll see a tall guy with dreads, look just like her. Face is Renee Marcus's face, okay? That's him. That's him. Go look. He young, little young dude. Nice looking little young dude, but he's a little young dude. He's a young dude. He's just a little young dude. But he's not a bad looking dude, but he's a little young dude. Okay? And he gonna do what he gonna do. And he's a nice looking young dude. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But go on her channel, you can see it. You'll see. And he looked just like her. You're gonna say, oh my God. They look like twins. They look like the same person. But yeah, he's on there. He models her T-shirts. I know, sis. Take care. May Allah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And you too. Bless us both. Okay, what's this one, y'all? The full government name. Right. No, we don't do that. We don't play that. You don't be giving out my government name. I don't like that. No. And my full government name too? Oh, no. We don't do that. Wow, gotcha. Wow, I didn't know. Right. So look, y'all, it's been fun. It's been real. I don't know what's going to happen next week because like I said, y'all know what we dealing with. So that's all I got tonight. That was a lot. But thank you, Pa, for coming on and helping us out. That was really interesting. You always really interesting. And thank you to everybody who came out, who hung out with me for 2 hours and 51 minutes. All right, y'all. I will see y'all next week. Good night, Robin. I am. Good night, Tania. Tania, again, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry because I feel like, somehow that's my responsibility because it was my channel, and you commented on a video that I done and that put you in a certain situation. And I feel totally bad about that. I feel totally bad about that. And like I said, if you need me to do anything to help you with any legal actions against this lady, please let me know. Because I will be there in a heartbeat. Because I kept the defamation statements, and I got all the proof that she's mad because I made a video about her exposing her behavior in the Gambia. Her immoral behavior in the Gambia. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Take care, everybody. And I'll see y'all next week. Now let me get out of here. I'll leave here and leave here. But you never want to leave. You never want to leave, y'all. Okay. Now let me leave here. Camera right way across the room. I gotta go over here and cut it off.